Hello my gorgeous people, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your weekly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's from the 18th until the 24th of November 2019. So it's from the 18th until the 24th of November 2019, and I'm going to start with the beautiful, the most precious Aries. My gorgeous Aries, I would like to let you know that there is a certain relationship, a certain person is going to play an important role in your life this week, not only because this is going to be the moment in time when the very, very ridiculously important decision you're going to make on one hand, okay? Very important decision you're going to make on one hand, but that particular person, that particular relationship that I'm talking about is going to play an important role this week, because you are going to find out something about yourself. You're going to come to terms with something. You're going to kind of realize something, but it's going to be quite positive and it's going to be quite optimistic, you see, and it's most certainly to do with your achievement, and it's also most certainly for you, it's to do with you realizing the bigger picture. This in itself is going to be an important moment in time because my beautiful Aries, what is actually going to happen, you're going to make an important decision indeed. You are going to make an important decision, and this is going to be also a very good moment in time for you, because you're going to be that much closer to something very attractive, something very beautiful, something very significant, something that is about to start making you feel quiet, vibrant and energetic, which means that on another hand, an integral part of your spiritual journey this particular week is most certainly going to come to an end, but that in itself is also going to be the moment in time when slowly you are going to start making and creating a big change. And this big change that you're going to start, it's also going to be a lot to do with your home, with the home changes, with your direct environment around you, but at the same time, this is going to also make you feel really proud about yourself, really proud about your achievement, and it's just going to be rather adventurous moment in time for you indeed. I really like it because this is just going to be the moment of trust that you are going to have. Just trust the process, my gorgeous Aries. This is a very important moment in time for you to trust the process, which means that at the same time, you're just going to feel like, ooh la la, I'm not too sure. Oh, could I do this? Should I do this? Or should I not do this? No, baby, no, baby, no, baby, no. Any adventure that comes through, any adventure that comes forward, or anything that might feel like, oh, I'm not too sure what to do about it. Oh, I'm not too sure. The waters are too murky. No, baby. This is all going to come with an element of excitement, with an element of a daring energy, and also with an element of adventure, but also with an element of number one. It is number one that is your number in numerology this particular week, my gorgeous Aries, and this is a powerful number, and it's showing you, and it's trying to let you know, and it's trying to not warn you, but it's trying to let you know that there is going to be the new beginning that you're going to have, and this week is going to be particularly important when it comes to that, but it's also going to bring you a new learning experience indeed. It's an absolutely wonderful moment in time, okay? And also, what else I was going to say is just that basically there is also going to be the certain traveling that is going to be quite important when it comes to this week as well. And that traveling is also going to be quite significant, because through this traveling, something is going to be confirmed to you while you're kind of focusing on a certain travel, or where maybe you may go on this particular week, but you may just be focusing on it. The energy, our way of thinking, it's energy in itself. And that's why I'm saying, when you find yourself in the moment in time when you're thinking about a certain traveling or a certain journey this week, just remember that it's also going to be very important for you to realize that not that to realize that very, very soon you are also going to have an idea, and that idea is going to help you in so many different parts of your life as well, but it's somehow going to be connected to the traveling, to the journey, to the thinking process. Or perhaps you go to travel, you may go to travel on this particular week, but you may go just plan it this particular week. So it all depends, but as long as the energy of this week is attached to it, there is a certain idea that you're going to have, which is going to lead towards one of the most beautiful spiritual experiences you had in a long time. But most certainly it is all going to be about a certain financial opportunity indeed. Okay, I'm just going to shuffle these cards now, my gorgeous Aries, and I'm going to quickly see which tarot card is going to be representing you this particular week, my gorgeous Aries. Okay, and this is going to be of course Two of Cups. Absolutely fantastic and wonderful, and this is exactly what I was going to say. It is an important moment in time when it comes to relationships. It is an important moment in time when it comes to people in your life. Something is just going to make sense to you this week like there is no tomorrow, and through the actual real proper beautiful relationships in your life, you are going to realize something, and also make decision, and also confirm something, and also this is going to be absolutely huge, massive starting point for you indeed. Okay, when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Aries, when it comes to your health, it is just so important for you to do the physical exercise as much as you can, if you can, because you may not be able to do the physical exercise. But if you can't do it, then just try to do anything that you may consider like being exercise, or any body movements. If you can do them, if you can make them in a slightly different direction, in a slightly different way, and that in itself is going to attract certain vibration, and that vibration is just going to reflect on you really nicely. On another hand, please try to get like something like organic chamomile tea, and this is going to help you quite nicely to flush out the toxins. It is all about the detox this week, and it's all about flushing out the toxins. Just drink as much as water as you can, okay, and also at the same time drink chamomile tea without any sugar or without any like sweeteners, you know, just a chamomile tea, or maybe like a little bit of organic, like an unwaxed lemon perhaps, or maybe a little bit of honey, you know, if you want, but no sugar, definitely not sugar, and that is going to help you a lot to flush out the toxins indeed. What else I was going to say is just to basically, and also try to make sure that you replenish your vitamin C levels, and organic acerola cherry powder is what I always recommend. Take a little glass of water and drink it throughout this week. Little glass of water the very first thing in the morning, little teaspoon, mix it up and drink it, and this is going to be absolutely wonderful. If you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you are breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP, because only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, for those of you who are wondering about the relationships this week, this is going to be absolutely wonderful moment in time. There is some kind of very important decision that you are both going to make this week, and this is going to be beautiful experience that you're both going to have, which is going to help you to reflect on your particular situation and the certain very important decision you're going to make here. Okay, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, this is not the great moment in time to find the love of your life, but most certainly it is going to be very much so connected to you, like thinking about a certain traveling journey, certain traveling experience. This is also, it's not going to be that long until this happens, but this is also going to happen at around the time when you meet someone really special indeed. So Aries, my gorgeous Aries, if you are looking for love, you're not going to be looking for too long, because most certainly something is starting to slowly but surely unfolding in your life when it comes to your love life indeed. Okay, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Taurinis, my gorgeous Tauruses. It is absolutely wonderful because it's all about the flow, perfect, beautiful flow that you are going to have this week. And that flow, energetic flow, it's also going to make you feel rather adventurous and rather optimistic, and that in itself is going to take you on an advanced level in general, because there is a certain opportunity that you are going to have at around the end of this week. That opportunity that you are going to have, it's also going to be wonderful, beautiful, and it is going to come through and manifest through somebody in your life already. On another hand, this is a beautiful week because it's going to really inspire you. Really beautiful because you're about to get a whole new insight into the very stale and slow situation in your life. Very stale and slow progress. And that in itself is going to be a wonderful moment in time because the whole new hope is going to come through. The whole new hope is going to come forward. And I really, really rather like this moment in time because I know that this is going to reflect on you, on your happiness, on your way of thinking, and your financial security as well. It's going to be quite good, and you know that you're going to hear something, and you're going to like this, and as soon as you hear this, you will know that your turning point is about to start turning really rather nicely indeed, because when you hear that, this is going to be completely directed, and it's going to be connected to your situation, to your spiritual journey, and most importantly to the certain achievement where you want to get. What are you doing in life right now? Where do you want to get? What do you want to achieve? This is going to be quite a big moment indeed, because it's very much so going to be connected with a certain dream or a certain wish when it comes to your future. So this is all going to start manifesting itself this week, and it's also going to be the certain person who is about to walk into your life, my gorgeous Taurinus, who is literally going to be directly responsible for you dramatically changing your life. Not in a bad way, my babies, not in a bad way at all. I am talking about the really good ways, about the beautiful way, about the new inspiration, about the new start, about the new beginning. It is a wonderful because it is a very strong connection in between you and in between that person, and you are about to enter a period of serenity and satisfaction, and I really like it, and that in itself is going to reflect on your balance rather vavavumishly, rather nicely indeed. And it's just like about the actual emotional needs, you know, the emotional needs that are going to be filled, that are going to be met, that the balance is going to be absolutely perfect. It's also going to bring the whole new passion, and it's going to refresh so much in your life when it comes to like your way of thinking, when it comes to your happiness, when it comes to your balance in general. On another hand, you know what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Taurinis? I've got an itchy nose. My cat's hair is stuck on my face so much at this time of the year, like, oh my lord. But yeah, anyway, sorry. Anyway, yeah. On another hand, my gorgeous Taurinis, do you know what? Money. You know, there is some kind of money that is just going to have a rather nice flip-flop this week. Flip-flop in a good way, because it is going to come through. It is going to be presented to you as some kind of a gift, okay? So it's some kind of a gift of money that it's actually going to come through forward, and this is going to be brilliant. It's something to do with a certain inheritance and something that is going to be confirmed. But if you haven't got anybody to leave you inheritance, then it's going to come in the form of like some kind of gift or money that you're also going to receive this week, which is going to be absolutely brilliant, okay? And you are most certainly going to have an important or very significant contract or some kind of beginning that you're going to sign and start, and it's going to be quite good and very successful. And if you want to invest or start some kind of contracts or anything like that, just do this week, because it's good. The vibration is going to be absolutely perfect. Okay, and also what else I was going to say, that you will be in a position of authority, and that is going to bring you the certain vision, that is going to bring you the certain insight, and that is going to be quite a good moment in time also when it comes to your destiny, fortune, and when it comes to the certain opportunity that is at the same time going to be presented to you as well. Your tarot card of the week, my gorgeous Taurinis, is your tarot card of the week, my gorgeous Taurinis, is, oh la la, there you go, Three of Swords. This is absolutely important moment in time, because you are most certainly going to prove some point to yourself. It's not about yourself, but it's most certainly, it's like proving a certain point, proving certain point to you, but it's about about other people as well. This is all going to be about your particular accomplishment. You are going to find yourself on a little bit of a crossroads as well, but the both couple of decisions are going to be on your mind, you know, by the end of this week. Couple of options that you didn't have before, but they're both going to be just as good, but one of them is going to be much better, but you will know exactly why. But the bottom line is that you're reaching a very important stage in your life, and it's happening at around the right time indeed of an unfoldment. As closer we are going to the end of this year, the more unfoldments we are going to have according to our spiritual journey. But when it comes to you, this is going to be quite ecstatic moment in time. I like it because you deserve this. I like it because you're about to find your happiness again. I like it because you're about to rediscover something so beautiful and sacred about yourself and your spiritual journey. But it's a lot to do with the color red. It's a lot to do with the passion. It's a lot to do with the love. It's a lot to do with the significance. And it's a lot to do with a good feeling, you know. I like it indeed, my gorgeous Taurinis, I like it indeed, okay? And what else I was going to say is just basically when it comes to your health, my beautiful Taurinis, when it comes to your health, you just need to make sure that you're taking vitamin D, okay? Because this is going to be quite significant for you. If you can expose yourself to the sun, that's great, but if you can't, then just try to get like a natural as possible form of vitamin D, because this is going to help you to boost your vitamin D levels, okay? And also, you know, like you can get like in a tablets, but it needs to be like a completely natural without any horrible ingredients, or you can get it like in an eggs, you know, organic free range eggs, of course, or there are other foods, you know, there's some other foods that are rich in vitamin D that you can actually get. On another hand, what else you would need to take it would be calcium, magnesium and zinc, because this is going to help you with your bones and skeleton and your muscles in general. Calcium, magnesium and zinc, and even more importantly, I will need you to get something like a B vitamins or natural B vitamins to boost your B vitamins, because this is going to be just a little bit weak, a little baby stress, baby stress, baby stress, baby stress, baby stress. This is going to be just a little bit stressed week. So I would like to get something like a natural form of B vitamins as well, which is going to help you with your stress levels quite a lot. And don't forget to drink lots of water to flush out the toxins. Rather important. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not, okay? What else I was going to say, my gorgeous Taurinis, like when it comes to those of you that are actually in relationship, this is just so beautiful, and it's absolutely mind-blowing. It looks like you're both reaching a very important stage in your journey, but especially when it comes to finances, financial rewards and financial security, something very important is going to happen here, and it's going to come through as you're both feeling really good, because the whole new inspiration is going to say hello, because of the financial situation, security and power. It's going to allow you to do something and change something about your future. Most important, to start working towards something in your near future. For those of you that are actually single and ready to mingy, there is someone very, very particular that it's about to start entering your life, my gorgeous Taurinis, but this is going to be only the beginning. This week, somebody is going to be around you who's going to be like, looky, okay? Somebody is going to be looking at you this week already. I think someone is already around you, like really finding your energy rather vibrant. Very, very soon this person is going to let them know, make themselves known to you. So basically someone is already entered your dimension, and that person most certainly is about to make themselves known. It is not going to be this week, but what I can suggest to you, my gorgeous Taurin, is go out and enjoy yourself as much as you can until you find this particular person, because your energy is going to be very vibrant, and lots of other people, and especially those who you would want to pick up on, will actually pick up on it quite a lot. So it's going to be quite enjoyable and rather nice experience for you indeed, okay? The next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Gemini. Gemini, you are just going completely, you're going for it, because it is just an absolutely wonderful moment in time for you when it comes to the certain terrible moment, not terrible moment, but when it comes to the certain trouble, something that you have been working on and something that it hasn't like kind of give you the right outcome, and it was a very slow process, and it just became first enjoyable, and then it's just kind of being turned into something else. And this is purely because your spiritual journey karmically just moved on like about 7 levels, you know, in the last or within the last 7 months. Indeed, so Geminis, my beautiful babies, you have gone through quite a lot, and this is now an important moment in time, especially when it comes to November and December, when it comes to karma and karmic relationships and karmic relations, you know, that are about to bounce back and provide you with an option that it's actually going to surprise you. Not that long ago, within few weeks, you started doing things slightly differently, and you also made a certain decision that you wouldn't normally make, and it seemed like a little bit strange, it seemed like a little bit bizarre, but now this is going to be the moment in time when it's just going to bounce back in such a wonderful way, and you are going to receive a wonderful option and opportunity. Now, and this is purely because you're you are reaching a very high stage when it comes to your own personal enlightenment. You are reaching a very high stage when it comes to your personal choices. This is like basically all split in few different groups, in few different sections, in few different levels. You are following the right people. You are hanging around the right people. You are looking up to the right people. You were inspired by the right people. And this doesn't happen often, but this happens like when we are like kind of working a lot and we are giving a lot. And we make sure that we stay committed to the task at hand. And this is exactly what you did. So that's why this week, it will be most certainly the week of like a really feeling great, the week of rewards, the week of victory and mental clarity. And also when it comes to the group of people, the big problem, annoying problem that was slowing you down, it's going to be resolved. Whether this is to do with your family members as a group of people, whether this is to do with your business, whether this is to do with like your hope, if you're retired, you see a group of people, it all depends, whether this is to do with your friends, but the group people is going to be involved, and most certainly you are going to have a reason to have a really like for excitement, and I can see you that you will want to get in touch with like really good people in your life, and you will want to share a really good news, like really exciting news, and that news is also at the same time going to provide you with a new option, new inspiration, new excitement. And it's a very, very artistic moment in time, which means that you're going to be expressing yourselves, my gorgeous Geminis, in all sorts of ways throughout this week. I like it, because when it comes to your psychic power, you're going to be like, hey, I'm so powerful. When it comes to the actual healing, this is also going to be a very strong vibration. So those of you who have been feeling like a stuck in the certain elements of like a feeling unhappy mentally, or like a feeling like a really in some kind of pain, like physically, now this is just going to slowly start coming to an end through this beautiful healing that you're also going to have. It's a wonderful, because it's going to help you to express yourself, but then again, it's just all about the actual having a control over a situation. I really like it, because also on another hand, somebody is actually going to test you in a certain way. Somebody is going to test you in a certain way. And what I would like to say to you, my gorgeous Gemini, is just be very tolerant. You know, you need to be very tolerant, and you need to kind of like, you need to have a patience. You need to have a patience. This is what you need to remember. This is going to be your sacred little message, that you need to have a patience with a certain person when somebody is going to try to maybe wind you up, or somebody is actually going to try to do something to you but it's not going to be malicious, or it's not going to be like really horrible. It is just the way the person is going to express themselves, and you will take them in the wrong way. So make sure that you recognize this wrong way, because sometimes there are people around us, and they are making us feel in a certain way, and we can be very much so wrong. And this is a lot to do with the way they are, what they project, you know, what they are going through in order to project like such a wrong energy, or in order for you to read the wrong energy. So you're going to read someone kind of wrong. So someone really nice is going to be nice around you, but you're going to read them wrong. And this is where this clash is going to happen. By the same time, this is going to be a rather sacred moment for you, because it's just going to really provide you with an absolutely mind-blowing opportunity 3 weeks later. And the mind-blowing opportunity is going to be provided purely to you because when you were challenged, you maintained control of the situation. This is what you need to remember. Just rise above the situation, do not go low. Rise above the situation, do not go low, my gorgeous Gemininis, and you're going to be absolutely, you're going to do so great, because the whole new passion is going to come through this particular stage in your life. And most certainly, this is going to make you realize that there is a vision, an important vision about the future you're going to have. I'm so happy for you, because this vision is literally going to change your life. It's so much to do with what you have done so far, but it's so much to do with a strong confirmation, with a vision, and with a need, you know, with an option, with a wanting to do things, with a wanting to start things, with a wanting to change things, with, you know, wanting to like enjoy your life again. It is all about all this beautiful refreshment that you're going to have at the same time in your life. I like it. And you also have to trust your own spiritual journey. Something is going to be revealed to you this week in your dreams. Something is going to be revealed to you while you're meditating. Something is also going to be revealed to you at the moment you wake up in the morning, but with such a very strong connection to the particular problem, particular area in your life. And you will know. It's going to be connected to number 11, but also you will know what to pay attention to. It's a very, very, very important moment in time, my gorgeous Gemininis, indeed. Okay, I'm just going to see what is your tarot card of the week. Okay, the tarot card of the week is, like you see, this is it. It's a tower. It's the situation that is going to arise, but this is happening at a time when you have got a very powerful vibration of changes and very powerful vibration of reward. So in this instance, the tower means that someone else is going to go through the negative situation. Someone else is going to kind of lose something, but that is going to shake you up in such a way when you're gonna kind of find yourself kind of, oh, fantastic, I managed to escape like some kind of like a danger, little danger, you know, through this situation. But that on another hand, it's also going to help you and make you to kind of change your journey a little bit. And it's also at the same time going to confirm something for you as well. Okay, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Gemini, is like when it comes to your health, you are just basically going to really have a quite sensitive, back. You're going to have a sensitive lower back. You're going to have a sensitive shoulders indeed. So just make sure that you're sleeping on the side. Make sure that you're having a nice big pillow, good quality pillow. Make sure that you're having pillow in between your legs while you're sleeping, because that way you will allow your back to relax in a certain way, okay, that it normally wouldn't. And what else I was going to say is the wheatgrass. Try to get organic wheatgrass. It's an important, something very significant that you could take, because it's going to help you with your own detox. To take this every single morning throughout the week. The New Zealand is the one that I prefer the most. New Zealand wheatgrass. If you can take that 1 little teaspoon every single morning, drink it. It doesn't really have a bad taste. To me, I don't really mind it at all, but it's very good to actually rejuvenate the toxin, to rejuvenate you by kind of cleansing you, working like a detox, but it's also going to help you to get rid of the toxins at the same time. What else I was going to say, quite important, if you could also get like a nice dose of natural B vitamins as well, because this is going to be a week when a lot is going to be happening. So for your stress levels, just a little bit of stress, I would highly suggest if you could get like a B vitamins, and it needs to be natural without any horrible ingredients or anything like that. If you're unable any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Or what else I was going to say, for those of you who are actually in relationship, financial situation is going to be really good, something is going to happen financially in a really good way that you're both going to benefit from, and you're going to make a really big and important decision, but especially when it comes to some kind of something that you own, something that belongs to you, or your home, immediate environment. There is an important decision you're going to make, but this is going to be quite good. For those of you who are single and ready to mingy, Geminini, don't be so naughty. No, I'm joking. I can see you being really mischievous. I can see you being really naughty. I can see you being wanting to have adventures, and most certainly you are going to be part of many adventures. I can see you being rather vavavumish throughout this week, when it comes to your radiance, when it comes to your sex appeal, when it comes to you in general feeling good. And lots of people are going to flirt with you, and you are most certainly going to flirt back. This is so good, because you're going to find out something about yourself purely through flirting, and it's going to be very interesting, and it will be nothing to do with love, and you will see exactly what I mean. So in general, this week is going to be an amazing time to actually go out, to be rather vavavumish, have some fun, and you will find out something, and it's going to be very, very interesting, as I said. Okay. Now, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Cancerini. My gorgeous Cancers, I love you to bits. You know what? You are entering not only an important part of your life when it comes to your own personal enlightenment, you will also at the same time be very wise. So you have a quite nice combination of enlightenment and wiseness. Oh my Lord, where is this going to lead? This is going to lead you to have a perfect flow when it comes to having an overwhelming emotion, because it is just basically you will surprise yourself that you're going to be able to do something a little bit sooner than you thought. But this is really big, this is really huge, and this is you involving you making an important decision, entering a really important stage, but it's going to happen earlier than you thought. So I think that's quite good, because it's going to be very much so connected to your security, to your power, to your financial situation. So there is going to be a really nice turnaround and really nice turning point that you're actually going to have an amazing moment in time, because you are going to realize how good you were when it comes to your work, when it comes to your career, and that in itself, it's even going to become more interesting, because an option that you're going to have, it's going to be completely an opportunity, an option that you're going to have, it's going to be completely connected to your best trails, your best energy, your best projection of your energy. So something that you like doing, something that doing, something that you're very special about, some kind of special skill of yours. It's going to provide an opportunity this week for you to kind of extend something is going to be confirmed also, where you had a moment in time when you felt a little bit uncertain. You were like, oh no, it was a little bit of maybe unbalanced moment in time, because it wasn't providing you with a clear pathway. When you don't have a clear pathway with what you do, you just start questioning yourself, and you want to make certain changes, and you want to do certain changes, you want to be part of the certain evolution, and that is just going to be a really important starting point, because you are about to enter a very important stage of a really beautiful happiness and optimism and balance of energy that you are going to have at the same time. Absolutely wonderful, and it's remarkable. Okay. And on another hand, you are also going to kind of have a very good news. The good news that you're going to hear this week, it's going to surprise you, but it's going to be really good, and it's going to be connected to somebody else in your family, somebody who you were worrying about. This may be immediate family member, or this may be the best friend, However, this is also, again, going to put a really really big smile on your face, but it's also going to give you a certain inspiration, and that inspiration is at the same time going to become a courage, because it is like at around the midweek towards the end of the week, you know, it is just like it's going to be very strange situation that is going to happen, but it's not really strange, because this is going to come through your dreams, this is going to come through your memory, this is going to come through your thinking, you know. You will be also like pointed out what the direction to go to, and it's just suddenly, just out of the blue, some kind of new direction is going to manifest itself to you before the end of this particular week, in between 18th and the 24th of November. But this is all going to happen like kind of like out of the blue, when you least expect it, and you will not even realize. But this is going to be the strong connection from your angels, from your spirit guides, from the universe, that it's going to travel to you through one of the channels while you're sleeping, okay? One of your channels while you're sleeping, while you're in a completely different dimension. That is going to stay there, and it's going to become a solid part, solid start of your spiritual journey. So therefore, a whole new option, whole new idea, the whole new realization, the whole new kind of beginning, it's going to become like absolutely the most vibrant part of your life in a long time, and it's just going to be waving at you at around the end of the week. And this is going to invite you to actually just go for it and start doing things slightly differently. And this is also going to be the beginning of an absolutely remarkable moment in time when it comes to the new inspiration, new bright prospects, new options, and most importantly, just the courage that it's going to provide you with the security that you didn't have before. Amazing, and rather highly intuitive moment in time as well when it comes to you, my gorgeous Aries. Got a couple of choices that you are going to have, and the both choices that you are going to have, it's going to be very good, just as important. But I can see that you will kind of maybe want to talk to someone, or if you are confused, you know, it's gonna lead towards a slight confusion, a confusing moment. You will want to talk and discuss maybe something with someone, and that indecisive moment is going to help you to make a decision, and that decision that you are going to make, and you know that it's going to be confirmed through people in your life on this particular week, it's also going to become the greatest awakening, because physically and mentally, you know, it's going to reflect on you so beautiful moment in time when it comes to the new start and healing in your life, my gorgeous Cancerinis, indeed. Okay, so now your tarot card for this week, my gorgeous, here we go, there you go. Okay, absolutely fantastic. Your tarot card this week is the Sun. Absolutely brilliant. You are reaching the greatest moment in time when it comes to your satisfaction, when it comes to your happiness, when it comes to your enlightenment. This is beautiful indeed. It's a lot to do with, as I said, enlightenment, wisdom, and you feeling absolutely pure. And when you reach this moment in time, when you reach this particular feeling, this particular energy, you know, at this and the right moment in time, like what is going to happen to you, it is just going to basically not only provide you with an opportunity, but it's just going to basically it's going to lead you towards also the new learning stage and the learning experience. But it's going to feel good, because it's going to be so connected to everything that you have done, you know. Absolutely brilliant moment in time when it comes to your improving your health as well. Absolutely brilliant moment in time when it comes to all those of you that have been suffering from long ailments and that you didn't see any improvement. So this also shows like a really beautiful moment in time when it comes to your healing as well. Okay, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Cancerinis, is basically that when it comes to your health, you see, this is what I was going to say. When it comes to your health, those of you with the long-term health issues that you didn't see any improvement, most certainly you will be able to see it now. It's going to be great, okay, the time of healing. But on another hand, it's just really important for me to say to take something, keep on taking, I said this before, something like a calcium, magnesium, and zinc, because it's going to help you with your skeleton, it's going to help you with your muscles, it's going to help you with your bones. Vitamin D, it's also going to be rather essential. And also another thing that I was going to say, it would be like a cod liver oil, fish oil, or a flaxseed oil. Now, cod liver oil, fish oil, and flaxseed oil, all three of these things are going to provide you with an omega-3 essential fatty acids, which is what our omega-3 essential fatty acids, which is what our body cannot produce by itself. But on another hand, it is just very important because it's going to keep your joints moist, skeleton healthy, it's good for the muscles, and also it's good for the thinking and the focus, way of thinking and things like that. The difference is the cod liver oil contains vitamin D naturally and vitamin A, and it's taken out of a cod liver. I know it sounds horrible, but hey, and fish oils contain only omega-3 essential fatty acids, but they're taken from the body of the fish. The oil is taken, okay? And the difference with the flaxseed oil is if you don't like any fish oil, then you go for the flaxseed oil version, which is a natural plant oil version of omega-3 essential fatty acid, which is going to still provide you with the essential fatty acids, but it's going to keep your joints moist as well at the same time. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Cancerinis, when it comes to your relationship, you know, your partner is just going to do something this week, and you're going to feel so proud of your partner. Absolutely fantastic, and I really like it. You're reaching also a quite beautiful stage when it comes to you and your partner, your love and the certain option, but most certainly you're going to be so proud at the greatest achievement, an important achievement that your partner is going to have this week, and is connected to the period of time when you were worrying and you were uncertain. So now this is all going to make sense, and it's going to be absolutely wonderful. Okay, for those of you who are actually single and ready to mingy, it's absolutely a significant moment in time you're going to have this week, because somebody is going to be around you who is going to impress you, but it is not going to impress you in the right way, if that makes sense. But through that person, you're also going to reach a level, a very high level of wiseness, very high level of enlightenment, and it is not going to be actually the most positive person at all. I know it sounds weird, but it is just about a certain achievement that that person has that is going to inspire you, and then you're going to feel like, ooh la la, vavavoom, you will like that person, you will fancy them, but you wouldn't want to go there. But this is going to be the moment in time when something is going to happen, the realization. It is very deep, it is very spiritual, but it's just this realization is just going to make you quite indecisive about a very certain stage in your life. But it's going to be good, because this means that your spirit is going to grow so much, and it's about to bring you someone rather interesting into your life indeed. But if this situation didn't happen, you wouldn't get there. You see, this is how it works. Okay, the next sign that I'm going to talk about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious Leonis. My gorgeous Leos, my beautiful Leonis. Oh la la. You are like in a very kind of like indecisive, decisive week. You're just going to have like a really storm of your emotions, really storm of your feelings. You're just going to kind of like, you will want to question the certain part of your life when it comes to your work and when it comes to your career, you know, in particular, because this is going to be something that is just going to show you, and it's gonna, this moment in time, it's going to become very significant when you're going to realize that the change is imminent, the change is coming. In order for you to be happy, you're going to need to make this particular change, and that the change that it's going to be made, that you will feel like you need to make, and it's most certainly going to be the right thing to do, it's going to be connected to what you do, what you're focusing on. If you're working, for example, you will want to bring something new. You don't need to change like the whole work or the whole career, although that wouldn't surprise me, because these changes are going to be very much so magnetic when it comes to you, and when it comes to you wanting more in your life. But this is most certainly, these changes are going to require from you, it's going to provide you with an opportunity. You don't need to change everything. This is the vortex of energy that you're going to have, that is going to provide you with a new passion. In order to have the new passion, you see, fire, passion, yeah. In order to have a new passion, to go for it, you don't need to change everything, but you just need to attach yourself to the new energy. Do you understand what I mean, my gorgeous Leonis? So if you're working as a waitress, let's say, or as a waiter, then you will maybe want to see what new learning experience you will want to do, you will want to make, you will want to start, you will want to go for. How can you expand? How can you expand your knowledge? How can you expand your direction? How can you expand your power? This doesn't have to be huge, this doesn't have to be massive, but it's just basic. The bottom line is that the learning process is going to go an absolutely mind-blowingly long way. So anything that you can do, that you can kind of like expand your learning experience, expand your knowledge, expand your, if you are retired, for example, then you just kind of like what is creating problems in your life, what is bringing you down? Is there a certain family member that you're worrying about? Just try to expand that problem by thinking in a different way. This is the week of expansion, this is the time of expansion, and that expansion is also going to bring something really absolutely mind-blowing in your life at the same time, because this is a perfect time for expansion, but it's the perfect time for you being very intellectual, it's a perfect time for you being very adventurous, and it's also a perfect time to test your stamina. You will be tested here in many different ways, and wonderful thing is that in challenging situation, you're going to come on top. You will have a control over a situation like you didn't have in the last 11 months, and that is going to be followed by the greatest honor that you had in a really long time. Good news, good realization, good news that you're going to hear about your own progress, your own process, which is on the other hand going to provide you with like a really great opportunity. But you are going to be thinking about the change, you are going to be thinking about the big change. You know, you were thinking about it before, you were focusing on about it before. It's a lot to do with your current state of living, it's a lot to do with like you making a big change, like probably one of the biggest changes in your life. This is what's going on in your life, my gorgeous Leonis. This time, right now, it's going to lead towards one of the biggest changes you have done in a long time. But the difference is that this is going to be the right change that is about to change your life, literally. Your life and the life of the people around you. Okay, so you will see exactly what I mean, my gorgeous Leonis, exactly what I mean. On another hand, you will gain a control over your financial situation this week, okay? And it's going to be very good moment in time to work with the problems, like with the financial problems, to work with the financial issues, if you had any financial issues, because you will have that gift of the vision, you will have that gift of manifestation, you will have that particular gift of power that is also going to make you realize your self-worth, you know, how powerful you are, how good you are, and that is immediately going to reflect on your self-esteem and confidence, and it's going to be brilliant. You're also going to have the great successes, business or sales, okay? Increased personal power in general, my gorgeous Leonis, indeed. So if you would like to start some kind of negotiation, start something new, start something big, or like maybe invest into something, just go for it. This week it's going to be absolutely brilliant indeed. But also I have to say that there are going to be certain things that are going to challenge you, where there is a particular person that will challenge you and challenge your beliefs. And I just think that you should on one hand stay true to yourself, stay true to yourself, but on another hand always keep a little room for improvement when it comes to your own expansion, when it comes to you being very open-minded with things as well, because that in itself is going to bring you a rather wonderful and very beautiful adventure indeed. So here we go, you see, so we have got like here 9 of Swords. You see, this is the moment in time when this actually show you that you just have to be very open-minded. Look, she lost her head. Never mind. I love this tarot cards, you know, I love like ancient tarot cards like so much, and these are like ancient, you see, like all sorts of things, but it's just basically, yeah, this is all showing that, you know, you will be challenged a little bit, like certain ideas of you are going to be challenged, and just stay true to yourself. As I said, I just repeat, stay true to yourself, but at the same time you need to be really, really open-minded. The very troubled time is slowly coming to an end, and this is something that I really like, my gorgeous Leonis. This week is going to show you that the troubled time is coming to an end. That's absolutely brilliant. Some kind of long process indeed. Okay. when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Leonis, you know, when it comes to your health, it is just basically you need to make sure, also very important, to like kind of exercise. If you can exercise, this is going to be perfect week for you, because it's going to help you to keep you healthy. Okay, if you can exercise, then please exercise. And also it's very important to try to ground yourself. Please, please, please. It's still a very strong connection with the nature, very strong connection with the ground, you know, very strong connection when you meditate. You know, this is where your passion is going to be very, very balanced out as well, very powerful. So this is going to be great time to meditate, do Reiki and things like that, you know, grounding, any kind of meditation, you know, like practicing lucid dreamings and things like that. It's wonderful because your mind is going to be able to expand so much more. On another hand, what else I was going to say, please keep on taking like fluoride-free toothpaste. Okay, so important. Fluoride-free toothpaste. So you get toothpaste with aloe vera and tea tree in particular, and then mouthwash with aloe vera and tea tree without fluoride, because you will have a very sensitive gums. Please, my gorgeous Leonis, so do this. Use a tea tree toothpaste and mouthwash, and at the same time I need you to obviously ditch like fluoride, to get rid of the fluoride toothpaste and fluoride mouthwash. Absolutely vile, and because it's very bad for you. And at the same time, I told you millions of times, it's like acerola cherry powder, but if you can get like a camu camu is like a similar to acerola cherry powder. It's just like a little bit stronger. It's a little bit more difficult to take, I'm afraid, but I'm just talking out of the personal experience. You see, a camu camu, okay, camu. Okay, it's an important vitamin C. It's probably the most powerful source of vitamin C in the world. Like, so powerful, so strong indeed. Another one is acerola cherry powder, but the camu is a little bit stronger. If you can't take the taste like camu, if you can't take the taste, then just take like acerola cherry powder. It's more like a cherry. Camu, it's more like a nutmeg. I don't know if you like that, but basically the bottom line is that it's really good for you, and it's very, 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 very high in vitamin C. So if you take 1 glass of water every single morning, and this is also going to help you to replenish vitamin C levels with a cold flu, which you're going to be a little bit prone to, but at the same time it's going to help with your gum healing. So camu in a little glass of water the first thing in the morning throughout the month, not only this week. But if you can't take organic camu, then just take like organic acerola cherry powder. It's a little bit more easier to take, I guess, but it's a very cherry flavor. It's up to you, but I would highly suggest camu because it's a bit more stronger in vitamin C, which you're going to need for your gum healing. On another hand, just keep going and taking like either cod liver oil, either fish oil, or either like a flaxseed oil. These are all products rich in omega-3 essential fatty acids. Cod liver oil, the difference is the cod liver oil contains vitamin A and D naturally. Fish oil, and it's taken out of the cod liver. Fish oil is just basically taken out of the body of the fish, and it doesn't contain vitamin A and D. And flaxseed oil is the plant version of these, and flaxseed oil contains omega-3 essential fatty acids, which our body doesn't produce. It's going to help you with an overall health, but it's also going to help you to keep your joints moist indeed, because your skeleton is still sensitive. Your skeleton is still rather sensitive, my gorgeous Leonis, indeed. And don't forget to take a calcium and vitamin D, and this needs to be natural as well, without any horrible ingredients like anti-caking agents and all that rubbish that they put in. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, or you need to check with your GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay. So now, basically what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Leonis, now I'm just going to say, like, for those of you in relationship, it is just like a really great, because you're going to have to kind of like, understand your partner, understand where your partner is coming from, because there is a certain issue going to come rise to the top. There's a certain problem going to happen, some kind of issue to resolve, but it's also at the same time very dangerous to leave this like kind of unresolved. So any problem that you have with your partner this week, you need to sort it out this week, because it's just going to be rather important, because later on it's going to become a really heavy baggage. But also this is the time of unfoldment, development and very much so swift change. So that's why it will be nice to deal with this problem that will arise then and there. Then later on you can focus on other things, but this is something that I would highly suggest. The problem issue that arises, you need to deal with it this week, like without leaving it aside, whatever it is. Very important. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, it is not a great time that you're going to meet someone, because it is going to be the time when you're going to kind of meet quite a few people, but you will be focusing on other things. You will be focusing on a certain progress, and you are most certainly going to be flirting with quite a few people, and this in itself, it's just going to be perfect for you, because it's going to be very good for your self-esteem and confidence as well. And social relationships in general are going to be significant when it comes to the particular person who is about to walk into your life as well, which is going to be very much so relevant to people that have been around you this week indeed. Okay. So the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Virgolini. My beautiful, my ever so precious, my beautiful Virgo. I love you to bits, okay? And I would like to say something to you, which is just going to be really important. Well, I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall and the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Do you know, my gorgeous Virgolini, my beautiful babies, you know, this is a quite important moment in time, because it is going to be very emotional week, very strong week, very powerful week, and these emotions are going to require from you to kind of turn your life upside down, and it's going to require from you to see what is bothering you, to see what is bringing you down, because something emotional in your emotional life, it's going to require your attention, okay? Whether this is going to be your lover, whether this is going to be your boyfriend, whether this is going to be your girlfriend, you know, whoever it is just going to require from you to kind of expand your situation and look at your situation from a slightly different angle, which you are most certainly going to be provided by this week. But on an emotional level, something is going to require your edit. Whether this is a lover, whether this is a family member, if you haven't got a lover or if you haven't got anybody in your life, then this is going to be like a relationship in your life. Maybe it's a family member, maybe it's a brother, maybe it's a sister, but your input is just going to be very much so heavily and very strongly needed, because at the same time, this is the time of the beautiful flow of energy that you are going to have when it comes to your enlightenment, when it comes to your wisdom, when it comes to your purity, which is just going to bounce back and help you to reflect on your life like you haven't been able to do it in a long time. But most certainly something will be unpacked for you almost immediately. Something is going to be available for you almost immediately, but you need to be brave, you need to be strong, you need to be open-minded, you need to be adventure. You need to focus, you need to open your eyes, you need to expand your energy, and you need to make a certain decision. And the decision that you're going to need to make is also going to require from you to have a perfect balance when it comes to your courage, when it comes to you being very open-minded, and when it comes to you realizing that a very important stage in your life is about to unfold, my gorgeous Virgolinis, but it's going to require from you to kind of go along and tidy the certain spiritual journey, tidy the certain the locations about your spirituality, about your spiritual life. But it's going to happen in such a sense when your wiseness, your karma, your spirit, it's going to be tempered with in such a way where you need to put an input, and your input is going to be the reaction. Your reaction is going to be the energy. This energy is going to become like the starting point that is also going to be the beginning of a very powerful manifestation. Powerful manifestation is is going to start, but you will see that when you come across the certain problem, when it comes to your emotions, something that makes you feel sad and something that makes you feel stuck, then that means also this is the moment in time where it is going to be required from you to make a certain decision. Wow, Virgolini, this is really good, because this is happening because of the rainbow of feelings, because of the rainbows of emotions that are about to come into your life, and it's also going to provide you and give you with certain courage. And on another hand, there is going to be the certain support by the community or by the right people in your life that you're going to have, and you're going to feel like a rather thriving when it comes to you focusing on an abundance and focusing on a new beginnings, which is most certainly going to take place. Very, very important news you're going to get, my gorgeous Virgolini, this week when it comes to your own success, and that is going to be fantastic. Something is going to surprise you, but when it comes to security and power, this week you will make an important decision that is going to take off really properly nicely in June 2020. So this week it's going to be quite fertile, beautifully fertile week when it comes to your own decision making, when it comes to your own spiritual seeds, because you will plant some spiritual seeds that are going to grow and become the most beautiful oaks in the forest without you even realizing. That's why it's very important to stay positive this week, my gorgeous Virgolinis. Have your mind open, and you will see exactly what is going to happen. Okay, this week it's also going to be an excellent time to work, an excellent time to expand yourself, an excellent time for like intellectual projects, an excellent time to make really important decisions as well. I really like it because it's like what you're gonna do is you're gonna realize that do you know what, Virgolini? You're gonna realize, this is the bottom line, you're gonna realize this week that impossible is possible. Come on! Impossible is possible. This is what you're going to realize this week. And that is the magical moment. That is a magical power. That is very vavavumish, because it's at the same time going to make you absolutely remarkable when it comes to your own personal progress. So that much more, your magnetism and your vibration is going to be so strong, and it's going to provide you to attract people and groups and situations into your life that you wouldn't normally attract. Oh my God, this is absolutely wonderful. And you know what else is going to, very important moment, Virgolini, you're going to have this week when your life mission is going to become very clear. I'm not saying that it wasn't clear, but I'm saying that this is going to come with a form of like a confirmation, with a form of like a absolutely greater success, but also something else is going to be provided and confirmed to you at the same time. Absolutely brilliant. This is going to be absolutely brilliant. Also, you're going to make a certain decision, you're going to make a certain decision, and decision that you're going to make, it's going to come purely through the situation that you're going to feel so honorable from the certain success. It's absolutely fantastic. And there is going to be the situation like a rather nice spiritual flip-flop situation where an unfinished is going to come back at you and say, hello, my gorgeous Virgolini, do me, finish me. And this is going to be the certain progress, certain process that you started, and it's very important for you to finish this. And this is going to bounce back, and it's going to provide you with an opportunity to go for it, okay? And you will see that the problem that caused you problem, now you will see it as an opportunity for change. Absolutely remarkable, which is exactly what is going to happen. Do you know what else, my gorgeous Virgolinis? You're actually going to have a very, very careful planning, very important planning that you're going to have this week. And this is only going to happen, and it's going to become available to you as an opportunity just purely through your own success. I really, really like it, because you're going to feel the greatest honor and overwhelming emotion, because this is going to be the moment in time which is going to lead towards the big change everywhere around you, but most certainly it's going to lead towards your own victory and change as well. Absolutely fantastic. fantastic, the control over a situation that is going to give you a reason to basically a reason to relax. You see, this is absolutely fantastic, beautiful temperance, you see, of course. And it is all about you reaching a very important stage in your life. It is all about you reaching a very significant stage. You know, you are going to have your own enlightenment, and this is what I said. It's all about the particular flow. It's all about the particular security, you know, flow, enlightenment, wisdom and security, that is just also on another hand going to make you realize that you achieved quite a lot, and this achievement, this energy, this beautiful feeling of contentment is also at the same time going to give you power and vavavoom-ish feeling and energy there where energy wasn't. And it's just gonna even more importantly, like on an emotional level, you know, there is still going to be a little bit, oh, you're not too sure whether you're doing the right thing, but there is going to be the confirmation to this beauty here. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. This is an important week. Things are going to take time to get where you want to get, but most certainly keep going. My gorgeous Virgolinis, keep going, because this is, you are reaching a very important stage, and this week it just requires from you to be very open-minded indeed. Okay. What else I was going to say, my gorgeous Virgolinis, you see, this week also, it is like a basically, when it comes to your health, you just need to make sure, please make sure, most of the people need to kind of like exercise as much as they can. But for you, it's very important also, exercise this week. It's very important. If you can exercise, please. Take some kind of like, go to the gym or go to run or do some kind of exercise. If you possibly can, it's going to be important. And especially it's going to be a little bit of stressful time, like just a little bit baby stress, 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 baby stress. You see, and this stress is going to be absolutely perfect to like deal with in such a sense, in such a form where you kind of like try to like work out as much as you can, because this is going to help you with the balance. This is going to help you with your energy. This is going to help you with your stress levels, okay? But on another hand, what else I was going to say that is going to be really important, if you can get like a natural source of B vitamins, B vitamins. So this is also going to help you with your like little bit of stress levels that you will have, not only this week, but I would take B vitamins throughout the months. On another hand, also I would highly suggest you to get like something like organic camu. Organic camu, it's like a vitamin C acerola cherry powder, but it's just this week. I would need you to take something slightly stronger, but then camu, it's a little bit stronger than organic acerola cherry powder, and that's the reason why I recommend you today. And also, especially when it comes to combination in between boosting your immune system, cold flu, and also when it comes to the skin healing in general, and when it comes to your gum healings in general, because your skin is going to be rather sensitive throughout this week, throughout this actual month of November, even December, and that's why camu would be quite good as well. If you can't take camu, it doesn't matter, you can get like organic acerola cherry powder. The difference is the organic acerola cherry powder is like a bit more like cherry, tastes like cherry, and it's not as strong as camu, but camu tastes more like unpleasantly, like more like a nutmeg, you see. Like I don't like that, like in particular myself, I don't like this flavor. But then again, it's just slightly stronger when it comes to vitamin C levels as well, you see, and other nutrition as well. It's quite significant when it comes to camu. It's a slight difference. So that's why in this instance I would suggest you camu when you need even stronger vitamin C, and you take this every single morning, and basically in a little glass of water you take a little teaspoon and you drink it. It's absolutely brilliant. On another hand, make sure that you're using toothpaste with the tea tree oil without fluoride, and with the tea tree oil and aloe vera, and mouthwash without fluoride with the tea tree oil and aloe vera. Very significant and good for healing as well. What else I was going to say is just to get like omega-3 essential fatty acids, whether you get it in a fish oils, which is only omega-3 and it's taken out of the body of the fish, or maybe you can take it like a omega-3 essential fatty acids through cod liver oil, which is out of cod liver oil, but it contains vitamins A and D. Or the third one, if you don't want a fish source, then you can go for flaxseed oil. which is the which is like a plant version of omega-3 essential fatty acids. This is important because it's going to on one hand help you to boost the immune system, but for your mind it's going to help you to focus. A lot is going to be happening, and that's why I would like you to take this, my gorgeous Virgolinis, indeed. Okay, if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP whether you can take these supplements or not, because only your doctor or GP can actually tell you whether this can interact with your existing medication, my beautiful gorgeous people. Okay, for those of you that are actually in relationship, you know, it's just such a good moment in time because it's just like a very important breakthrough. Okay, this is all I can say now to you, my gorgeous Virgolinis. For those of you that are in relationship, you will have a very important breakthrough this week indeed. Okay, that's all I can say. And this breakthrough is going to help you in many different ways, you know, and straight away you will have a certain option, you know, immediately available to you, but there is the balance that you will have, the balance that is going to come through certain breakthrough. For both of you, this is going to be really important moment in time indeed. Okay, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Virgolinis, you know, I can see you being around like there is no tomorrow. I can see you meeting lots of people. I can see you connecting to lots of situations like in such a wonderful way of adventure, optimism. That means that you're going to be very friendly throughout the week, and that means that you're going to be meeting lots of people. But there is one in particular who is going to inspire you so much in so many different ways. And every single time you think about that person, you're going to have a big smile. You're gonna be like feeling rather vavavoonish. Be prepared to be swept off your feet, my gorgeous Virgolinis, but this is only the beginning, and it's going to start just with you getting in touch with this particular person for the first time, but you're gonna love it indeed. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Libra. Libra, 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 Libera, Libera, Libera. Libera, 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 libera. Libera, 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 libera. Libera, 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 libera. You see, the butterfly is like full of beans this week. The butterfly is very excited this week, my gorgeous Libra, because this week it's going to be the week of your transformation. This is the week of your own personal transformation, the beginning of a big change, the beginning of a big stage when it comes to your home, when it comes to your immediate surrounding, you know, when it comes to immediate environment, but it's also going to be so much connected to you feeling very adventurous and you completely feeling drawn towards some kind of opportunity, and that opportunity is going to require from you to be rather adventurous. And most certainly this is the moment in time when you can be very open-minded in so many different ways, and there are quite few people going to be around you who you can trust, because they are going to be there for a reason, and almost everybody is just going to have such an important specific reason to be around you and to surround you throughout this week. And there are 2 or 3 people that are actually going to surprise you, but most certainly this is going to be the beginning of like the actual you going through you know, the certain stage, certain option that is going to surprise you, but on another hand it's going to lead towards your victory and mental clarity. But you just need to remember, be brave, be brave, be brave. you're going to come across this situation that is just going to kind of like make you kind of go for it, but you will kind of like try to immediately put yourself down, and you will bring yourself down, and you will prevent yourself from kind of doing something. But it's just so important to be as open-minded as you can. This is what I need to say to you, Libra. It's so important to be as open-minded as you can. Just be focused and keep going and keep going and keep going. Stay committed to the task at hand, and your task at hand is stay focused, and do not bring yourself down. I can see a little bit of dark, unbalanced energy is just going to try to come through. Just knock on the door and just say, look, I'm here, and you're just going to turn around and say, come on, go away. And that's exactly what is going to happen. By you saying go away to this negative energy, you are going to slam the door right in the negative energy face, indeed. But most importantly, this is all going to be the part of the test that you're going to be under. Libra, my goodness, you've got so much going on. You're going to be under the certain test, and you're not even gonna know it. You're going to be under the certain challenge, you will not even gonna know it. But the bottom line is that you're going to do really great. Just stay committed to the task at hand, because you're going towards a very victorious stage in your life. Very victorious stage, which is going to give you the reason to celebrate. You know, it's going to make you feel a little bit indecisive, but most certainly by the end of this week, you're going to make an important decision solely based on everything that was happening and unfolding throughout this week. And for you, it's important to stay open-minded, to stay optimistic. And also there's a certain wishful thinking, some kind of stage of your life, it's going to come to an end. And as soon as you realize this, the better, because it's going to give you a chance to move on, and that in itself is just going to provide you with a certain options that you wouldn't normally have. So it is just so important for me to say that, you know, you will have a courage, you know, you're going to find yourself like being part of the situation, and you're going to have a courage in order to kind of deal with a certain issue when it comes to like a turning point in your life. But it's just going to surprise you on one hand, but on another hand, it is going to be so important when it comes to the new beginning, to that feeling of excitement, to the feeling, you know, great feeling. And you are going to take a certain risk as well. And I like how you're going to take a certain risk, my gorgeous Libra, because the balance is going to be just absolutely right. The balance is going to be absolutely perfect, and that risk is also going to give you a beautiful feeling of like a solidarity and like of trust, you know. But at the same time, it is all about your own personal enlightenment through your own like a thriving and beginning and abundance. You know, it's beautiful because you're going to make a really wise decision, and you will surprise yourself. You know, you're very clever, Libra. You're very, very sharp indeed. On another hand, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Libra, your justice is coming. Your justice is coming, and it's at the same time bringing you the beautiful, perfect, proper balance. So if you were waiting for some kind of court case or something like that, then most certainly your justice is coming, and you're going to hear good news. And this in itself, it's also going to make you feel really good, self-satisfactory result indeed. And also at the same time, you're going to again get like a life-changing advice as well. I really, really like it indeed, because this is connected to the moment in time for the last 8 months when you were overwhelmed with certain problems and personal issues when it comes to the certain domination and certain restrictions. So now this is the moment of freedom. Now this is the moment to reflect on all this and just say like, I'm off. You know, brilliant, because all this energy is just going to push you up into the stars. It's beautiful. I like it. And this is how exactly you're going to feel. You're going to have a certain answers that you didn't have before, and also you're going to have an absolutely mind-blowing clear thinking throughout this week. Beautiful. Okay, what else I was going to say it's just basically what else I was going to say. This is an important stage, an important period that you're walking into, and it's also going to be happiness and positive events. You know, throughout this week, they're going to be like a kind of like positive events connected to your particular situation, your particular energy. So if you feel like uncertain, just go for it. Go for it. You know, if you feel like you haven't got enough confidence for anything, you know, throughout this week, you just need to go for it, and you will see you will be on the wings like almost almost immediately, like literally immediately. There is a gift of money that you're going to have this week. This is either going to be the gift of money that is actually going to surprise you, or it's either going to be some kind of inheritance. But most certainly there's some kind of gift of money that you're also going to have this week. And also by the end of this week, there's the whole new inspiration and potential that you're going to have, and especially when it comes to that stage and that area of your life in the last year when you had a lack of closure and lack of motivations due to certain delays. So now that is going to be like a vavavoomish moment in time, which is not only going to provide you with a new opportunity, but it's just going to bring you the whole new inspiration and potential, and a certain support by the right people in your life are also going to happen at exactly the same time, because the balance is just going to be absolutely perfect. And on one hand you're going to feel like a free spirit, and that is going to really reflect on you beautifully. And then on another hand, there is a whole new healing and beautiful moment going to happen through you forgiving something to someone. This week you're going to forgive something to someone, and that forgiveness is at the same time going to absolutely shower you with beautiful energy of healing, and that in itself is going to be a remarkable new start in your life, because it's something is going to be returned to you and you're going to like it indeed. And it's to do with your new stage, your emotions, feelings, and your happiness as well. It is all going to make beautiful sense indeed, my gorgeous Libra. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards and we're going to see what is your tarot card this week, my gorgeous Libra. What is your tarot card? Absolutely fantastic. There you go, Temperance. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, the Empress. Absolutely fantastic. This is brilliant. And the Empress is just an amazing card, which is trying to let you know that you are reaching an absolutely incredible and beautiful moment in time. It is like very important stage. The Empress is trying to let you know that this is a very important stage that you're reaching in your life, and this is almost sacred. You're going to discover yourself through your work, your career, your success. If you're retired, it doesn't matter, through all these things which you have been focusing on, but also it is going to be highly spiritual moment in time as well. So you'll rediscover something about your spirituality. You're about to discover some kind of strength, but at the same time, this is the confirmation that what you are doing this week is going to be sacred. Just keep going, and just remember the things are not going to happen overnight, but this is the beginning that is going to come back at you in March 2020. March 2020 is going to be directly connected to the certain decision you're going to make this week, my gorgeous Libra, indeed. And it's going to be good, it's going to be huge, it's going to be very significant when it comes to planting spiritual seeds. Okay, and this is purely to do with your own progress. Okay, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Libra, it's basically now when it comes to your health, it is just like a wheatgrass, organic wheatgrass. It's rather important. If you can get organic wheatgrass, please. It's so good because it's going to help you to flush out the toxins. There are going to be the certain toxins you're going to need to get rid of. Organic wheatgrass from New Zealand. I prefer you take 1 little glass and you take it every single morning, 1 teaspoon, mix it up and drink it, my gorgeous people. Okay, and this is going to help you so much. On another hand, what else I was going to say, it's organic acerola cherry powder. I always recommend this to you. It's important. Organic acerola cherry powder is going to replenish your vitamin C, so just make sure it's a natural without any horrible ingredients. And also the third thing that I was going to say to you to actually get, it will be like a spirulina, organic spirulina. Sorry, these 3 things, not only for this week but throughout the month. It's going to help you to rejuvenate you. New Zealand wheatgrass, it's going to help you to flush out the toxins. Organic acerola cherry powder, it's going to help you to replenish your vitamin C levels like there is no tomorrow. It's going to help you to boost your immune system. And organic spirulina, that needs to be from Hawaii, please, not like from some other parts of the world saying, oh, it's from Hawaii, No, it needs to come from Hawaii. Organic spirulina needs to come from Hawaii, and it's brilliant. It's going to help you with your energy levels, to rejuvenate you in so many different ways. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, then just check with your doctor or GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you who are actually single, for those of you who are actually in relationship, okay, your partner is going to come up with a certain decision. Your partner is going to come up with something. And I think that you should be very open-minded and trust your partner, because it's going to seem like a really unusual idea or unusual situation or unusual thought. But your partner is right. I think your partner is going to be rather open-minded and they're going to do something that is going to surprise you. But I think that you should just trust them. You should trust them, and you will see exactly what I mean. Okay, and for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, I like it, because you're about to come across with a certain group of people who you wouldn't have normally, and that is going to be one of the things that are going to happen, that are going to actually surprise you this week. And there is someone in particular, someone really nice, someone really beautiful, someone really cute that is going to manifest around you this week, and you're going to like it, not only the way they look, but the way they're going to have an effect on you, and they will feel exactly the same. Watch this space, my gorgeous Libra, watch this space. I just recommend you go out and enjoy yourself until you meet this wonderful person. Wow. Oh my Lord. Okay. The next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Scorpio. Scorpioni. My gorgeous Scorpio. Come out to play. Scorpio. Come out to play. This is your time. Very magnetic, very beautiful, very spiritual, very vibrant, very sexy. When you put something to your mind, Scorpioni, at this moment in time, this goes a long way. This travels a long way. It's like kicking the ball as hard as you can. Kicking the ball as the most powerful as you can, because this ball of energy that you kick will just not only go the furthest, the farthest that you could have done in a long time, but also it will have the power of manifestation that it's going to be rather strong. Be very open-minded and be very positive, okay? This is important. Be very positive throughout the week, Scorpionis, because the actual level of wisdom, enlightenment and flow and new beginning, and the actual purity that you are going to have, it's going to be very instinctively, superbly powerful, which means that it's going to help you along the way to create little shortcuts, deal with a certain problems, focus on the certain problems. But this is really good, because it's almost like a little spiritual key that is going to help you to speed up with the process, but with the processes that were very slow in your life for the last 14 months. But on another hand, you just have to make sure that at the same time this energy can go against you if you're not good, okay? And I say go against you if you're not good by thinking positive. So if you're thinking in a negative way about something, this energy is just going to be very heavy and very negative throughout this week. So that's why you use this wonderful magic magnetic energy to the best of your ability by thinking positive. Because it's all about your manifestation, it's all about your directions, and it's all about your thoughts. There is the decision that you are going to make, and the decision that you are going to make, it's going to come through the certain news. You're going to hear something at the beginning of the week, my gorgeous Scorpione, and you're going to like what you're going to hear. And this is all going to be with a certain inspiration, insight, and hope that you are going to have, that you are going to feel. But this is directly coming from your own success, okay? And some kind of dream for the future that you had, that you almost thought it was lost, is going to return and say, hello Scorpione, come out to play. But it's true though. And this is, look, it is all about the passion, it is all about the flame, it is all about the fire, it is all about you feeling this within you, the feeling this inside you, it's absolutely brilliant. It is about the rediscovery and discovering some kind of passion in your life through your own circumstances that are going to bounce back at you with your own success, inspiration, insight and hope. And this is like some kind of vision that you are going to have about your future here, that is going to be quite significant, but it's also going to help you at the same time to deal with a certain problem that was preventing you to move up in life. On another hand, you know, there is going to be contact with someone, okay? Someone is going to enter your life who is literally going to help you to change your life like there is no tomorrow. The certain person who is about to walk into your life this week is literally going to help you to change your life, but in a good way, in a positive way, you know, in the right direction, because the right balance will come with that person who is going to help you to realize certain accomplishment, but it's also going to shed a light where you need to pay attention to. And that in itself is going to be a good time for you, because on one hand, you're going to realize where you had wishful thinking, where you should actually move on in life, you know, it's finished enough, yeah? But on another hand, it's an overwhelming emotion because you're brave enough, you're strong enough, and you're confident enough to actually go for it. And that in itself is going to put you in a situation where you're going to take a certain risk. And that is going to be brilliant because it's going to give you the sense of achievement, the sense of new direction, something to celebrate with, but also most certainly it's going to lead towards you having victorious time and overwhelming emotion, and that is going to show the certain skill, something about you you're going to find out, and it's going to be highlighted. You're going to be like, ooh la la, rather vava vumish moment in time indeed, my gorgeous Scorpionis, rather vava vumish moment in time indeed. Do you know, when it comes to your personal like power, you're going to feel very like, very magnetic, you know, your personal magnetism is going to be very strong. But this is nothing unusual, because this is your time of the year when your energy is just that much more vibrant, and you're provided with this absolutely superb energy that is very sharp, you know, and it's significant. But on another hand, it is all about the actual success that you are going to have. On another hand, if you had a problems with your health and you didn't see any improvements, now this week it's going to be quite remarkable when it comes to energy, when it comes to your energy levels, and you are going to find yourself like achieving quite a lot throughout this week, okay? I quite like it because, you know, it's the self-esteem, extremely high self-esteem when it comes to your confidence in love and career as well. A really, really high self-esteem. And I really like this because that optimism is also going to be the beginning of a period of an absolutely mind-blowing contentment and joy. And it's delightful feeling that you are going to have about your own situation, about your own vibration, about your own spiritual journey, which is on another hand gonna even inspire you even more. And it's going to be the greatest moment of awakening, because you're gonna make a decision like that was just really blowing your mind off. Like in the last 36 months, you were just like a kind of bouncing back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. You were waiting for the right moment in time. But now the decision that you are going to make is at the same time going to be the greatest moment in time when it comes to your own spiritual awakening, your own efficiency, your own balance, you know, your own like a lack of motivation that you had in such a long time. Now it's going to flip-flop, turn around at you, and it's such going to bring you like a beautiful opposite feeling, which is just going to bring you not only healing, but lots of energy, inspiration, and a new hope, you know. I absolutely love this moment in time. There is a challenge that you are going to have, my gorgeous Scorpionis, but the challenge that you are going to have is just going to be also good for you, because the frustrating, difficult time that you had is going to help you to kind of deal with it, with this particular challenge that you are going to have. And it's connected to the frustration that you had in the last 11 months. And that frustration that you had, it's also going to, this is going to be an amazing moment in time, because it's going to help you to kind of see your direction in a slightly different way. And it's also going to help you, most importantly, to plan something differently, slightly differently. And this is going to be the way out of the negative situation, out of the sad situation, out of the really boring situation that was like kind of preventing you to move on and slowing you down over the last 11 months. Indeed, it is all about a certain support that you are going to have at the right moment, at the right time. That is actually, on another hand, going to help you to thrive and to focus on your own adventure, efficiency, and the actual big change that is going to take place when it comes to your home and immediate environment. And that in itself is going to lead towards like a really wonderful and rather significant financial opportunity that is going to start manifest at the end of this week. Indeed, there you go. Absolutely brilliant. Six of Coins, okay? Absolutely brilliant moment in time. You see, you are going to most certainly change something, you know, and this is all coming through your own situation, you know, this is all coming through your own hard work. A wonderful balance of energy is going to karmically provide you with a really important moment when it comes to entering the whole new dimension. My gorgeous Scorpionis, the bottom line is at the beginning of this week, it's also at the same time going to be very special dimension that you're going to enter, a very interesting portal that you're going to enter. I'm saying interesting because you are going to you know, have some kind of like a gift or money that is actually going to surprise you, but also it is surprising feeling of like the actual unfoldment of the certain situation in your life, which is going to provide you with an opportunity that's going to be mind-blowing for you, but purely because you will feel completely connected to it. But this is so important because of this perfect flow that you are going to have, and this in itself, it's going to bring you a new beginning. But this beginning is going to be very special and very different, because at the same time it's going to be the beginning of the biggest enlightening in your life. Time to thrive indeed, my gorgeous Scorpionis. You're about to rediscover yourself in many different ways indeed, okay? For those of you who are wondering about health, this is an important moment in time. Also, if you can, make sure that you're using natural deodorants. Please, 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 you need to use a natural deodorants which are like aluminium free, because your skin in general is going to be very sensitive, okay? So if you can also make sure if you can use like a natural creams, like organic creams without any chemicals or anything like that. And also, even more importantly, if you can make sure that you're actually taking like something like a dandelion tea, which is going to help you to flush out the toxins, but it's also going to be rather important when it comes to your liver and kidneys as well. Or milk thistle, even more importantly for the kidneys and liver, for the detox, you would need to take something like a milk thistle in a tincture or in a capsules. And in milk thistle is absolutely remarkable, probably one of the best things when it comes to the liver and liver detox, really. And you take it for like about 5 or 6 weeks, then you take a 2 weeks break, then you take it for 5 or 6 weeks again, then you take 2 weeks breaks, then you have a longer break, and then you take it again later. You don't take this all the time, but you can take it for like about two or 3 months, you know, for like about 2 or 3 months, then you have like a little break, and that's wonderful for your kidneys and liver, for the detoxification indeed, and it's rather important. Also, organic berries, organic cherries, organic strawberries, blueberries, any berries, not cherries, but any berries, blueberries, strawberries, goji berries, is going to be so super significant, because it's going to work like a filter for your liver and kidneys. But if you can have this the very first thing in the morning, like to make your own smoothie, organic, supernatural, of course, it's going to help you so much. And try to drink as much water as you can. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor, check with your GP, because only your doctor or GP can actually tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you that are actually single and ready to, for those of you that are actually in relationship, you know, it is just like a basically something very important your partner is going to complete. Your partner is reaching a very important stage when it comes to their spiritual journey. So they will complete something very important when it comes to them. And this is going to reflect on their spirituality. This is going to reflect on their way of thinking and on financial situation. And that in itself is going to be an important moment in time for both of you, because you both going to be provided with a certain opportunity. Okay, next stage of your spiritual journey indeed. What else I was going to say, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Scorpioni, it is just going to be a little caution, you know, it is going to be like a little bastard around you this week, and I don't like this person, but it's not about that person, it's not about how they feel, how they look. They will be quite good looking, but it doesn't matter if they're rotten inside. if they're rotten inside, but you will know this because you will know something is not right, and there is going to be like a really big caution around that person. But you are going to learn something. This is where things are going to get interesting through somebody who you will first you will fancy this person, you will like them, and then you will not like them. And what is going to happen, that channel is going to open up as something else. It's going to provide you with a certain realization, and that realization is going to be mind-blowing when it comes to you, but it's got nothing to do with love, it's got nothing to do with feelings or emotions, and you will see exactly what I mean. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Certain missing information you will find out through this situation. Ooh la la. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Sagittarini. My gorgeous Sagittarius, my beautiful Sagittarini. This is like so good, because like, you know, it is just so important to say that this week it's going to be strong reflection of an overwhelmed, you having overwhelming problems within the last 8 weeks. The problems that were like making you stressed, the problems that were kind of making you dominated, the problems that were making you restricted. You see, the problems that were making you to be forced to live by maybe other rules, forced by live by other, you know, dimensions, by other directions, but you knew that you just have to keep going, and that in itself became the most enlightening moment in time, because at the same time, every single month you grew. I'm saying in particular for the last 8 months, karmically, you were like struggling. Karmically, you were going through the jungle. You were not going through the jungle, but you were going through the Amazonia. You know, Amazon. You were going through an Amazon jungle, you know, through the biggest, the thickest possible jungle you could have possibly go through, because there was a lot of pressure, there was a lot of stress, and there was a lot of like a situation where you felt like there is not much that you can do about it. It was like a very indecisive, but there was no direct decision that could have been made until you reached a certain stage of your security and power, my gorgeous Sagittarini. That particular stage of security and power, it's about to happen, and it's about to unfold this particular week. It's so good because the answer, you are going to receive the answer, you know, because the answer to a confused situation, and that answer is going to come through very pure energy. On one hand, this is going to be very important moment in time when you're going to make a really significant decision when it comes to the certain clear thinking, logic, and most importantly, an obstacle that you had. It's going to be like, hello, you can deal with me now. It's going to come back as in a form of an unfinished business, where you are not only going to finish that business, but this is going to become the new beginning, and it's going to become like a beautiful resolution that you're going to have through some kind of compromise, and that in itself is going to become a new beginning, new inspiration indeed. Do you know, I really like this week, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Do you know why? Because it's all about your success, confidence, and determination. It looks like maybe the time that you lost a little bit of determination, I don't think you lost confidence, but it's probably determination that was affected, you know, lately, with an indecisiveness, you know, with the uncertainness, you know, and that is just going to come back beautiful moment in time when it comes to the huge, massive change through your own victory, through your own situation, when it comes to your money, when it comes to your finances. So therefore, you use this particular vibration also of confidence if you want to deal with the problems and situations that are bothering you for a while. If you want to do something, start something that where you require like lots of womanish energy and confidence, you know, just go for it, because you will be having a rather sacred, powerful, beautiful energy mixed up perfectly with your own intuition, with your own third psychic eye, which just possibly cannot lead you astray. It can only help you grow as much as you can possibly imagine. You know, you will grow so much, and you are also going to come across the situation where you're going to feel uncertain in the form of taking a certain risk, and you will do this, and that in itself is going to immediately bring you a wonderful flow of the new beginning, abundance, wisdom, purity, and most certainly courage and the actual community support when you need it indeed the most. Okay, do you know? And also the very important stage you're going to achieve when it comes to achieving a certain goal. And also it is just there is a certain kind of going to be the continuation of certain battle that you will have, but this is so important because that battle is going to be significant for you. Just to focus, take your step, take your time, don't rush into any decision, and also take satisfaction in your accomplishment. Okay, take satisfaction in your accomplishment. Every single time you take satisfaction in your accomplishments, and there are going to be quite a few of them, don't ignore them, because every single time you will pay attention, you will point a certain energy towards it, and that is also is going to start manifesting in a very strong, very powerful and rather rejuvenating way, which is on another hand by the end of this week going to provide you with a very, very interesting particular realization that is at the same time going to become the key to the certain problem when it comes to the certain conflict and battle that happened not that long ago, and it just left you uncertain. So now this is going to be rather wonderful unfoldment, but the opportunity is going to come through like a some kind of situation. I really like it because it's all about you having a very strong and powerful reputation. Your justice, my babies, is also coming. And watch for the advice, very wise advice you're going to receive this week as well. Oh my Lord, what a beautiful respect when you always wanted it. What a beautiful respect you're going to receive when you needed it. It's beautiful, it's beautiful, it's beautiful. I'm so happy because I know how ecstatic you are actually going to be. It is the inspiration. It is the bright new prospects. It's a brand new insight and hope that you're going to have this week as well. Okay, and what else I was going to say, when it comes to the actual you feeling very creative and a certain goal, you're gonna take a certain goal, you're gonna take something, you're gonna start something, and you're gonna, whatever you start and take this week, you're gonna finish it so much quicker. But in particular certain goal you are about to achieve. Very important goal you're about to achieve. Okay, now I'm going to shuffle this my gorgeous Sagittarius. Okay, I'm going to shuffle this cards and I'm going to see what is your tarot card this week. Okay, oh my God, of course it is 10 of Cups. Absolutely brilliant. You are most certainly reaching a very, very beautiful stage, very important stage. And you are going to be having a very interesting dream. And this dream is going to confuse you a little bit. But there is going to be like a very, very sacred answer that you're going to have through one of the dreams that you're going to actually have this week indeed. But on another hand, you are reaching an absolutely mind-blowing moment in time when it comes to your own victory and mental clarity. And it's just so great because you're entering a very positive stage of containment, good energy, optimism, beautiful feeling, beautiful balance, very wise indeed. And you are going to realize, oh my God, I've got more resources than I possibly need in order to move on. You will make a very important decision this week, my gorgeous Sagittarius, indeed. Okay. What else I was going to say is just like when it comes to your actual health, you see, you need to make sure that you're kind of avoiding cigarettes if you're smoking, like avoiding places where there are people smoking, because your chest is going to be like a slightly sensitive area, you see. On another hand, what this is telling me is like your head is going to be slightly sensitive area, which means that it's like cold and flu that is going to be rather significant. I highly suggest you to get something like organic acerola cherry powder that I always recommend, and also with a combination of echinacea. Echinacea is a wonderful herb which has got the ability to boost your immune system by increasing the white cells count in the body. Echinacea, like every other herb, it needs to be 100% natural. You can take it in a tincture or you can take it in a capsule. It's up to you. I highly prefer tincture because it gets into the bloodstream much quicker, you see. But then again, if it has got alcohol and you don't want alcohol for whichever reason, I understand, you can maybe go for the option like where it's like maybe in a white vinegar, or like maybe you can go for capsules, for example. But echinacea is wonderful because it will boost your immune system. You take it for 6 weeks on, 2 weeks off, 6 weeks on, 2 weeks off, and then you take a longer break. You don't take this all the time. You take it for a while, then you take a break, because these are natural herbs, and if you take them all the time, it would not work anymore because your body would get used to it. So that wouldn't be good. It wouldn't have the desired effect. But the bottom line is that this is something that I highly suggest you to fight a cold and flu and to boost your immune system. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, for those of you who are actually in relationship, it's just so good because it's like your partner is going to have a little surprise for you, and this is going to be so good, and it's going to be brilliant, and you're going to like it, and you're really going to be surprised. So it's going to be some kind of a gift, or some kind of realization, some kind of idea, but you're going to like it. The bottom line is it's going to be some kind of a gift, like a surprise from your partner, indeed. Okay, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, it's going to be brilliant moment in time to go out there and just flirt with as many people as you can, as you want, because it is also going to be the certain person that you're going to come across with for the very first time in your life this week. You will not meet them, you will not know them, you will not come across with them this week, you will not talk to them, but that person is going to be around you this week. That person is already part of your energy, indeed. And this happens when these people are very important and an integral part of our spiritual journey, and they are going to stay with us in a really long time. So they will have an impact on us that is going to be life-changing, but you have to allow it one step at a time and go out there and throw yourself into the sea of beauty and happiness of people, and you will see exactly what I mean, my gorgeous Sagittarini, indeed. Okay, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Capricornius. My gorgeous Capricorn, I just really like this moment in time when it comes to you, because it's just all about certain materialistic possessions, you know, and success. There is a certain project, there is something that you're working on, there is something in particular that you have been focusing on. It's to do with you, it's to do with your journey, it's to do with your money, it's to do with your success, that now you're going to have an absolute success. I really like it because it's all to do with the project, and also you need to trust your own instincts and ideas. My God, Capricornius, this is so important for you to understand. You need to trust your own projects and ideas, because what is actually going to happen, it is going to be an uncertain situation that you're going to be part of, and it's going to challenge you in such a way when you're not going to kind of like allow yourself in order to kind of ride on the certain energy, in order to feel the certain energy, in order to feel certain power. That is going to cloud the actual energy around you, and it's going to make you feel really uncertain. Therefore, it's going to be on you to try to work it out what this is. You need to be as open-minded as you can. You need to be like kind of absolutely out there as much as you can be, because the energy is going to be rather abundant, especially when it comes to your own intuition as well, especially when it comes to your own wisdom. This purity is going to help you to attach yourself to the certain parts of your journey and illuminate it in such a way where you're going to kind of be that one step closer, but you're not going to understand the whole situation, what exactly is going on. And this is why you're just going to need to dig up a little bit, dig in, you know, just to work a little bit with this energy flow and trust yourself. But by working, you just need to, by working with your own energy, I mean, you need to trust your own instincts and ideas, because there's certain ideas that you're going to have. Capricornius, listen, this is important. There's certain ideas that you're going to have. Trust them, okay? Be very open-minded. Write them down. don't forget them, you know, trust them, because this is going to be brilliant moment in time, because when it comes to people around you and other people who really support you, you know, there's going to be an important support that you're going to have, which is going to give you confidence, power. It's going to answer certain questions for you that were very confusing, but the bottom line is it's about the courage that you're going to have, and that courage is also going to help you not only to achieve something very important, but it's also going to help you to make a decision that you wouldn't normally make. And this is why this energy is just so important, okay? And also, you know, it is a very significant idea that you are going to get through somebody in your life, whether this is your friend or whether this is your family member, somebody who you know really well. It's going to give you a mind-blowing idea, and that idea is on one hand going to help you with a certain problem that was really bothering you and bringing you down. On another hand, it's going to help you with a certain finances situation that you were uncertain about and that you were maybe a little bit unhappy about. And then on another hand, it's all about the actual inspiration, insight and hope that you are going to have, that it's going to make you so vava-voomish like there is no tomorrow. And also an important emotional needs are going to be filled this week, okay? You're going to hear some kind of good news when it comes to your money and finances, and most certainly you're entering a period of serenity and satisfaction. Absolutely fantastic. And that is going to make other problems like a balanced out. It's like a very murky and very like a wavy sea, you know. And then the wind goes, and now it's like a really flat sea, you know, it's not murky anymore. So you can see so much more, you can relax so much more, you can be content so much more, you know, you can see, you can achieve, and you can get so much more when the sea is just relaxed like the way it's actually going to be. It's absolutely remarkable. On another hand, you know, it's the big change that you will know that straight away that is also going to make you feel rather creative indeed, because that is going to lead towards the biggest change, you know, towards a very important change that you will be able to make, that you will be able to do. And this is so good, because it's to do with a certain opportunity that is going to become available that wasn't available before. Absolutely remarkable moment in time. There's also going to be the good news that you're going to hear something very important that means to you so much about a certain family member and a certain problem, certain issue, something that started few years back or within the last few years, and something that created certain issues and problems. You're going to hear like a really positive news about it, and that is going to have such a beautiful impact on you as well, my gorgeous Capricornians, indeed. On another hand, your justice is also coming. Your justice is coming, and straight away after that, you're going to need to make a certain judgment. Be very open-minded, and that is going to bring you beautiful balance, beautiful energy, and at the same time, you're going to get a life-changing advice, Capricornius, indeed. Okay. And your tarot card, here we go again. Your tarot card this week is the the Empress, okay? It's just basically, it is just a beautiful moment in time, and this is your confirmation. This is your confirmation about your accomplishment. This is your confirmation that you need to be very open-minded, but it's also the card of integrity, success, power, focus, karma, heavy karma with like a very stale stage of life that it's about to bounce back, flip-flop, beautiful energy, which is about to provide you with an insight, hope, enlightenment, and realization that you're on the right track, you're on the right journey, but it's just patience, one step at a time, one moment at a time. You are going to make an absolutely mind-blowing decision, my gorgeous Capricornians, indeed this week, and the mind-blowing decision that you're going to make is going to take a turn in August 2020. So you're going to plant spiritual seed. You're going to start something really important, something really huge, the beginning of something absolutely remarkable, which is going to bounce back into your life later on, but most certainly it's going to be a highly important moment in time. Also, pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams, Capricornians, indeed. When it comes to your health, my beautiful people, when it comes to your health, this is an important moment in time for you to actually just make sure that you're actually also taking like something like organic spirulina. This is super important for you. Organic spirulina, it's going to help you with your stomach. I know that your digestion is going to be like a little bit strange, a little bit unusual. So it's like, and you're tired tiredness. You know, you're gonna be prone to like feel a little bit tired this week, or maybe for the next couple of weeks. So I highly suggest you something for rejuvenation, something like organic spirulina in a tablet or in a powder form, but I highly suggest you to get from like Hawaii. Hawaiian would be the best, and it needs to be made in Hawaii and come from Hawaii, but it's absolutely wonderful indeed. And also organic wheatgrass, please, at least throughout this week, because you're gonna have some kind of bloatedness. Your stomach is gonna be a little bit strange. Your stomach is gonna feel a little bit unusual. So please try to have something like to get rid of the toxins and something like to help you with your stomach. And organic wheatgrass from New Zealand, if you can have every single morning like a little teaspoon, mix it up with a little glass of water and drink it, and that is going to help you to flush out the toxins, and it's going to help you with your stomach, and it's going to help you to rejuvenate you in many different ways. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP, because only your doctor or GP can actually tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you that are actually for those of you that are in relationship, it's just like your partner is going to be around some kind of a danger, and I don't like it. Please say to your partner not to like invest into anything, not to plan anything big, not to start anything big. It's only this week if they can, because there is someone very much so not nice going to be around them. Very negative person, very negative figure here. So just to protect themselves and just let them know that maybe if they can talk about personal things, to not to talk about personal things to other people, because so this is the way they're going to protect themselves indeed. Week after that is going to be fine, but this week most certainly not. Also, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Capricornians, is, you know what? There is, I find this really interesting, because there's going to be really change this week that you will go through, and you're going to feel very deep. You're going to feel very specific, like a little hermit moment that you're actually going to have. At the same time, there is someone going to start entering your life, not your immediate space, but someone is slowly going to become very, very close to your spiritual journey. This week, when you feel like very strange, very unusual on one particular day, you're going to come across this person, okay? Somebody really cool, very cute, very unusual, but very interesting, very significant, and you will fancy them. You will like them indeed. Okay, now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Aquarius. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. When the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, Aquamarine, it's time to shine, because problems you can kick, problems you can kick, like, you know what I mean. You're reaching a very high level of your spiritual consciousness. You're reaching a very powerful level and very high level of your spirituality. You have been through the storm. You have been through the war. You have been through so much, and not only emotionally. It's in every single possible way. I take my hat off to you through how much you have been. In the last months have been like, oh my Lord, very difficult. But the last 24 months in particular, even the last 36 months, is like, oh my Lord, very specifically difficult when it comes to complex situation of every single Aquamarini person out there. You are very, very beautiful people. You are everything but selfish, but then you have got this magic capability of just like impress everybody else and to do things correct and to do things perfectly at those moments in time, at the time when everybody else will be, oh my God, I can't deal with it, I'm just gonna cry, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But you Aquamarinis, you just go, and this is one of your powers. This is one of your amazing, remarkable magic energy that you have. And you know what, it's like if you see a person, let's say you see a person And let's say this person does something bad, karma, something bad, karma, something bad, karma. And you see that figure, you imagine the figure of the person. Every time they do something bad, not necessarily that you were doing bad, but every time you come across with a certain problem, certain issue, and don't react in the right way or react in a certain way, that creates a certain karma, okay? But if we don't know the situation, if we don't act in the way that we should, you know, that karma stays for a while, and it just basically becomes like a little bit of a karmic heavy situation, part of our spiritual journey that we have to return back and deal with at some point in time. Otherwise, our spiritual journey, it's not going to grow. As I said, as you imagine person, and you have been doing things for the last 12, 36 months, and every time you do something, this leaves a very strong karmic footprint. So as I said, you see person, shape of a person, boom, boom, karma, karma. Every time you do something, it goes, comes to the stomach, come to this, come to that. This is just imagine like a karma and negative energy, let's say, made with it. Comes to here, comes to here, comes to here, comes to here. And there is so much that it can go. This is the point of all this little explanation, is karma can only go so much. And now Aquamarinis, your negative karma is like kind of here, and now that's with this week, it's about to go away, it's about to be kicked off, it's about to be kicked away, and this is becoming your transformational moment in time, the most powerful and transformational moment in time that you had in such a long time, my God, because you have been working hard, you've been nothing but lazy, you know, you've been working hard, you've done the right things, you were very non-selfish, you were thinking more about the other people around you than about yourself. So now karmically you did it all, karmically you made it all, and you most certainly got to such an amazing moment in time. You also trusted someone very special, you trusted someone very special indeed, very particular, and that trust was the right person to trust to, because most certainly it was directly responsible for you entering a certain containment period and stage in your life, which provided you and showered you with an absolutely mind-blowing flow and enlightenment and a wisdom and the actual amazing mind-blowing purity, which just gave you and made you realize your own strength, made you realize your own thriving, which is on another hand started creating new beginning, and on another hand it's just subconsciously helped you to realize the certain new beginning, but also at the same time it came with an element of the actual taking risks. I like it because it looks like you took a risk when you didn't even realize that you actually took a risk. But it's an important moment in time, because what is actually going to happen here, you are entering an absolutely mind-blowing period of great happiness this week, and it's so good because there are going to be positive events that are going to be unfolding throughout this week. Throughout the positive events, you're going to come across somebody who is also going to help you to make an important decision. It is going to be quite sour decision, quite a little bit of negative decision that you're not going to like it that much, but you will know that you're going to have to make this decision in order to move on with your life. This is so much to do with the process and the time of your life when you were rather powerless when it comes to the certain stress, when it comes to the certain negativity, and also when it comes to you not being able to kind of like enjoy yourself or kind of express yourself purely because you were overwhelmed by problems and personal issues. The bottom line is the actual problems and personal issues that you were actually overwhelmed, and especially in particular in the last months now, through domination, restriction, and you were forced into living by others' maybe rules. Now this is all about to shift, and now your rules are about to start. Now your rules are about to become significant, and you are going to need to also trust your own ideas, trust your own instincts, trust your own ideas. You are just going to realize that you're gonna have to make a really important decision. There is something is sticking out. There's something is not going to be that right in your personal life, in your immediate life. You're going to have to tap into it. I said this before. You took some kind of wrong turning. You took some kind of wrong turning some while back. And in order to have a control over a situation, you're going to need to see, and you're going to need to tap into your own dimension. And something is going to become evident to you when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to your love. What is making you unhappy? What is making these waters murky? Do you know why is this? Because you're getting balance back, rather vavavumish moment in time, because it's all coming to your own enlightenment, through your own success, through your own really beautiful, enlightening situation, you know, the beautiful period of contentment. And that is in itself going to help to keep the water not so murky anymore. You will be able to see clearly. And this clear visibility, it's also going to help you to pay attention to what is actually making you feel unhappy when it comes to your emotional life. You will discover, you will know, you will be aware of the fact what is making you unhappy when it comes to your love life, when it comes to your immediate environment, when it comes to people around you. What is making you unhappy, you know? What is the next turn that you're going to need to make? What do you need to work on? You're going to have an absolutely wonderful, magic, vibrant energy around you throughout this week, but it's going to be on you to work out, because there is some kind of like an element of surprise that you're going to have, and maybe emotional insecurity that you're going to be a little bit scared to tap into it. But then again, that is going to very much so going to become very relevant and very balanced as soon as you change your scenery. Maybe if you feel like a little bit uncertain, you need to just like change the scenery maybe for a few hours, but just like try to make a strong connection with the nature, or being by the sea, being by the water. This is going to have an absolutely mind-blowing, rejuvenating effect and impact on you. It's not only about that, but it's about to bring you this vision that is just going to help you so much by making a really important decision, because this is all about your enlightenment and vitality. And it's the greatest awakening that you're going to have by the end of this week. And this is going to be so good. The gathering of the people in your life is going to start taking place that they mean to you so much. The return of someone really special and someone really important. But most importantly, you're going to come across with a problem that was kind of like maybe a disagreement with a certain person in your life, like somebody who maybe is your like very much so a very close family member that you had a certain disagreement with. So this is going to kind of like resolve itself, and it's going to be very, very, very important and very significant stage in your life. Do you know what? You're gonna actually have a moment this week, my gorgeous Aquamarine as well. And the moment that you're going to have, it's of course going to be the hermit moment that is going to be part of your spiritual journey. You know, when I say hermit moment, it's very important because you're very wise, you're very spiritual at that time, and your spirit guides and your angels are going to come through and are going to try to let you know something really important in such a way when you're going to feel very deep, you're going to feel very unsatisfied. But when it comes to your spiritual journey, you will want to know more, you will want to feel more, you will want to sense more. And this is nothing unusual. This is because you're going to be part of all sorts of dimensions, and you're going to be reminded of that. Every now and then you're going to hear like John like saying hello, or Mark, or James, or Anna, or like Roberta, or Patrick. You know, it all depends, but there are going to be all sorts of spirits, people, and entities that are going to come through you this week in all sorts of way, and it's just going to, they're going to be confirming things to you around throughout this week indeed. But it's just so good because there is a certain answer that you're going to have, and you are going to feel the need to withdraw a little bit, but then again you are going to make a decision, very important decision. So there's going to be like a hermit moment, and that is going to be such a vavavumish moment in time, because you will be at your cleverest, at its peak, because you will be surrounded by all these wise spirits, hundreds of years old. But the bottom line is that there is the decision that you're going to make directly after your hermit moment. Absolutely fantastic, but it's going to come very significantly, and the people in your life that you really love, that you really appreciate, that you really think of very highly of, are also going to support you. There's a certain support from your community that you're going to have, which means that you're going to need a little bit of reflection, like, oh, do you think this is the right thing to do, which is absolutely fine, but most certainly it's something very important. It's going to be confirmed to you as well. Okay, and there is a whole beautiful meeting that you are going to also have. The certain person is going to appear in your life, meeting certain person with a certain person who is going to inspire you so much. Watch for that person, my gorgeous aquamarines. Watch for that person. Okay, and this is also going to be an important moment in time to follow your heart. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. Okay, follow your heart. Please, aquamarines, this is so important this week to remember this. Follow your heart. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards, my gorgeous aquamarines, and I'm going to see what is your tarot card this week. Okay, what is your tarot card, my gorgeous aquamarines, this week? Oh, here we go. Absolutely remarkable. It is the Nine of Swords. Now, look, she lost the head, the one with no head again, look. Of course, the one with no head. No, but this is an important moment in time, because the powerless situation that you had for the last few months, you know, now it's going to come to an end, and it's going to help you to release yourself. It's going to help you to like look at the different side of the moon. It's going to help you to immediately be connected to the kind of new stage of your life, that new beginning, new flow, new trust that you wouldn't normally notice. But most importantly, you know, the certain problems that caused unfavorable judgment, it's coming to an end. And the long process, like when it comes to the certain judgments and certain unfavorable people and unfavorable judgment, you know, is slowly coming to an end. And that in itself is an important moment in time, because it's bringing you wonderful harmony, and it's bringing you inspiration, insight, and hope. And it's so much to do with a certain vision that you are going to have through this particular situation. Absolutely remarkable. Okay, when it comes to those of you who are wondering about health, my gorgeous aquamarines, it's rather important moment in time for you to understand that you're going to need to meditate as much as you can. Try to go to the forest, try to go to be by the water. This is all going to be wonderful for your balance, but especially when you feel like a really weird, and especially when you feel like really bizarre. On another hand, I just need to tell you as well to take like a nice dose of B vitamins, because it's going to help you with the baby stress, baby stress, baby stress, baby stress, baby stress. B vitamins are going to help. God help me. Now, B vitamins are going to help you like a lot when it comes to stress, because it's going to be a lot. It's going to be happening, and I think you're going to benefit from this like there is no tomorrow. Make sure that you are taking something like organic wheatgrass. You know what? From New Zealand. This would be super important, because your stomach is going to be like really strange and unusual. Your stomach is going to be a little bit bloated, and this is going to reflect on you like, oh God. So if you can just take like organic wheatgrass every single morning, from New Zealand would be the best. Every single morning you take 1 little glass of water, teaspoon, mix it up, drink it, organic wheatgrass, and this is going to help you to flush out the system. It's going to help you with your stomach so much. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or check with your GP, because only your doctor, GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay. On another hand, for those of you that are actually in relationship, you know, it's just like you need to change something. There is something that you both do. Maybe there's something that you are both doing, and you're both aware of the fact that you shouldn't be actually doing it, and maybe you need to stop, you know, because it's going to become a little bit silly. So both of you need to see what you need to stop doing. There is something that you're both doing, but you're both aware of that, what you are doing. So both of you will come across this week, and you're going to come come across like a really important decision, you know, for something, entering a new stage in your life, by avoiding things that are bringing you down, by avoiding things that are making you unhappy, or by avoiding things that you know that are doing bad to you, for example. So step in the right direction, indeed. Okay, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous aquamarinis, you know, this is not going to be the moment when you're going to meet the love of your life, but it's just also going to be very important, that hermit moment that I said. It's going to be way more deeper, way more important, way more significant, because it's at the same time going to help you to grow like there is no tomorrow. Why am I talking about the hermit mode now when I'm talking about singles? Because you will grow so much spiritually. You will go through 7 different dimensions, and what is going to happen, you in about a month later, you're going to start feeling drawn towards a certain stage of people that you weren't feeling drawn towards before, and this is where things are going to start getting interesting indeed. Okay. So now, now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Piscelini. Now, Piscelini, it is just basically what is going to happen to start with for you this week, my gorgeous babies. It is just going to be it is to do with the justice, you know. This week, it's all about the justice. It's all about the moment that you've been waiting for quite a while now. This is all to do with a certain process that you started quite a while back, not that long, not like years ago, but it was a while back when you started a certain process and you needed other people to kind of make a certain decision for you. And that decision could be like a legal or whatever, but it doesn't really matter. But most certainly this is going to be an important week of an unfoldment when it comes to the certain justice. This is so important because the news is going to be good, it's going to be brilliant. At the same time, it's going to bring you an amazing balance. It's going to make you feel really good, but also at the same time you're going to realize something. But at the same time, an advice that you're going to get, it's going to help you with the time when you were like a very low, when you felt like really unbalanced, because there was a lot to do with the Piscelini is kind of having an extended moment in time when it comes to maybe feeling of sadness, feeling of sorrow, or feeling of negativity, you know, when it comes to the certain vibrations and directions, and this kind of blocked you in a certain way and prevented you to focus and to connect to the parts of your future. And when that happens, then we are unable to have our own visions, and when we are unable to have our own visions about our future, then we feel like we haven't got anything to look forward to. And this is all tricky, bitty. This is all not real. This is all trick of our mind, you know. This is all what this energy and what this vibration is making us think, making us do. And then this is why we get ourselves like stuck in a certain moment. But this is all temporary. My beautiful Piscelini, most certainly your balance is coming. The big change which is just going to happen when it comes to your home as well, it's going to reflect on you in such a beautiful way, and it's going to give you a feeling of security when it comes to security and power. And it's also at the same time going to awake some vavavumish feeling inside you. I like this vavavumish feeling inside you, which is going to be awakened, because it's at the same time going to start an opportunity that you wouldn't know even that you would have. So the little secret for you, my gorgeous Piscelinis, is just be as adventurous as you can, be very open-minded as you can, be very very nice, very giving. I'm not saying that you're not nice and giving, but try to make yourself being parts of all sorts of situations that you wouldn't normally be part of. And there's going to be the little realization for you in each thing that you do throughout this week. And that's why I'm just saying it's just so important indeed. And on another hand, it's an adventurous situation that it's actually going to bring you an opportunity by the end of this week. That opportunity that you're going to have, it's only going to be realization that you can do something, that you've got more more than you need in order to move on. You've got more resources than you need in order to move on. And that is going to be the crucial moment, my gorgeous Pisces, indeed, because it's all about victory, mental clarity when it comes to the chaotic stage in your life that was bringing you down and preventing you to move on. So now, and it was causing lots of delays and lack of motivation. So now this is going to turn around and bring you the whole new inspiration and potential, because your spiritual journey is coming to the right stage indeed. Something very good. Problem is going to be resolved when it comes to the group of people that are so important to you, that are very significant to you. So whether this is a family members, or whether this is a group of people at work, whether these are friends, it's going to be, however, it's going to be brilliant, because it's going to test your stamina, and most certainly challenging situation is going to turn out to be absolutely vavavoom-ish moment in time indeed. Because you are going to have a time for celebration. You're gonna have you will want to celebrate something, and that in itself is going to be so good, because this obstacle is coming to an end. This is going to mean to you so much, because it's going to inspire you in so many different ways. And also you will gain control over your financial life. You gaining control over your financial life in such a way where you're going to start finding things much easier indeed. And also increased personal power at work, increased personal power in general, increased magnetism in general throughout this week. So use it wisely, my Pisces, use it wisely. If you want to sort out things that you kind of need a little bit of energy, or a little bit of self-esteem, a little bit of confidence, just do it, because this magnetism is just going to make you feel like, oh my God, this person is amazing. You know, this is how these people will reflect on your particular situation. It's just absolutely brilliant. And it's also going to be the certain business or sales success that you're going to have. Certain business or sales success that you're going to have, which means that it's an absolutely mind-blowing, vavavoom-ish moment in time to actually negotiate and to start big things, to start big, huge things, maybe to invest a little bit. This is a great moment in time, because it's going to be increased power, your development and understanding of financial situations, and how to manage it in a slightly different way. This is what this wiseness of this beautiful and amazing week is actually going to bring you indeed. Absolutely remarkable time. And most certainly this is going to be a brilliant time for intellectual projects, and a brilliant time to start new things. So if you want to apply for the job and work, just go for it, because it is just going to be different. If you do it this week, it's going to be different, and you will see exactly what I mean. Okay, what else I was going to say is just like there is the certain responsibility that you're going to need to take on. So something is going to come with a little bit of like a mask on its face. Like, for example, like a certain responsibility that you will be able like to maybe like kind of reflect on in a certain way, but also to make sure that you take this responsibility on instead of avoiding it. As I said, this week you're going to be super powerful, and you're going to have a sharp, very sharp way of thinking without you even realizing. So any problem, any issue you come across, you deal with then and there. Karmically, you're going to achieve like 20 extra steps at that moment in time indeed. And also there is an important decision that you're going to make, and that decision that you're going to make, it's going to help you move forward. Absolutely remarkable. Remember, be decisive, because that situation, there's a certain decision that you will make by the end of this week, and that decision is not only going to basically help you to move forward. That decision is just going to become the greatest awakening that you had in a long time as well, because you're going to realize certain skill about yourself as well, and also it's going to help you to move forward. And also certain contract, something is going to happen with a certain contract as well, which is going to be absolutely brilliant. Okay, and if you have any disputes or anything like that, and you would like to start some kind of process of a dispute and judgment, then maybe you should just go for it, because it's going to be in your favor indeed. Whatever is decided, it's going to be in your favor indeed, and justice is assured like there is no tomorrow. Okay, I like this moment in time because my Pisces, this is important. This is the card. You are having a card of personal integrity and fairness, you know, and this is so good in so many different ways. Okay, and you're entering a period of great happiness and positive events. Okay, and very important goal is going to be achieved. And that goal that is actually going to be achieved is also going to be directly responsible for possible change. And that change is going to be really big. It's going to be huge. It's going to be very significant. The change that is going to be very significant, you see, I say possible change. It's only because like only 11 months ago, you would be like, absolutely no way. So now impossible is going to become possible change. The actual change, which is going to lead towards the big change when it comes to your home, immediate environment, but it's a lot to do with your work, career, and options, and a new stage that it's about to unfold for you at the same time. Absolutely amazing. And the sense of fulfillment and inner peace that you are going to have this week is just going to be so rewarding and absolutely remarkable. I really like this week for you, my gorgeous Pisces. You know, pay attention to your dreams. Please, I say this in your readings as well. Pay attention to your dreams because something very significant is going to be revealed to you. Okay, and also the very first thing on your mind in the morning, there is the problem that you're going to need to pay attention to, and this is also very important, Pisces. Watch what's the very first thing on your mind in the morning throughout this week, because there is a problem that is going to be pinpointed to you that is just going to become the sacred part of your spiritual journey, but it's going to require from you to take a certain risk, and that risk you're going to need to take because you're going to have a certain trust. You can have every trust you need, and that is going to become a very powerful flow, which is going to lead not only towards the new beginning, but towards the greatest enlightenment in your life. The heavy stage, heavy period of your life is slowly coming to an end. Okay, this is it now, my gorgeous Pisces. You've got like the Empress, of course, as well, my Lord, the Empress as well. On another hand, this is just such an important moment in time because you are entering a different stage, a different dimension, a different period. At the same time, you will be able to gain so much from the actual success, but also from the actual support from the other people and the honor that you are going to have from the other people. And that particular feeling is just going to be absolutely everything. This is going to mean to you so much, and also something very big is going to be answered to you. Very big about your life, very big about your spiritual journey. You know, things that didn't make sense, they are most certainly going to make sense, and especially when it comes to the long process of your journey, and especially when it comes to all like negativities and uncertainties, and oh God, it didn't happen. Well, now things are most certainly going to become surely evident that they are going to happen. You know, it is not going to happen overnight, but to have this card, it is just the biggest confirmation of your own amazing accomplishment, which is not only going to make things quicker for you after this point, after this moment, but it's bringing you the certain new beginning, the certain choice that is just going to not only make things much quicker for you, but it's also going to be such a beautiful enlightening stage in your life where you're going to be able to just like really feel it completely. Absolutely remarkable moment in time, which is about to inspire you, victorious moment in time, and it's just all the courage that you are going to have, that you're going to surprise yourself. Self-esteem and courage is going to be absolutely mind-blowing indeed. Okay. What else I was going to say, my gorgeous Pisces, is basically now for those of you who are wondering about health, you see, this is an important moment in time. Also, you're also going to have a little bit of stomach problems, like a bloatedness and maybe digestive issues, which is like a little bit worrying because lots of other signs have been going, not every sign, but quite a few different signs have been going through like some kind of negativity when it comes to your stomach, when it comes to your bloatedness. So I highly suggest you to stick to natural as much as you can. Please stick to natural. Drink as much water as you can, and every single morning try to get like organic wheatgrass Okay, organic wheatgrass from New Zealand is the one that I highly recommend. Okay, and take a glass of water and take 1 teaspoon and drink this every single morning. Okay, on an empty stomach, the first thing in the morning. That, if you can have, after that, if you can have a spirulina tablets, this is also going to help you to boost your immune system, but it's also going to help you with your digestion, and it's going to bring you lots of wonderful vitamins and minerals. Organic spirulina tablets or a powder you can get, or it needs to be organic but 100% natural, and I highly suggest Hawaiian spirulina. Organic Hawaiian spirulina I highly suggest, and this is going to help you to rejuvenate your immune system as well. And on another hand, what else I was going to say, camu camu, organic camu camu vitamin C powder. It's similar to acerola cherry. Organic acerola cherry is just that organic camu camu is a little bit stronger than organic cherry powder, and I think that this is going to be important for you to get camu camu, C-A-M-U, C-A-M-U, and it needs to be organic without any horrible ingredients or anything, and that is going to replenish your vitamin C levels. You take this straight away first thing in the morning after wheatgrass, okay, and then you take like 1 teaspoon like organic camu camu, and this is going to help you to replenish your vitamin C, and it's going to make you feel so much better. And also because inside your mouth it's going to be quite sensitive, this is vitamin C, it's also going to help you with the healing inside your mouth. And make sure that you use a natural organic toothpaste, not organic necessarily, but natural toothpaste without fluoride, with aloe vera juice and tea tree. It's very healing. And mouthwash, if you can have like a natural mouthwash with aloe vera and tea tree, because it's going to be very healing without any fluoride, please. If you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant, if you are breastfeeding, my gorgeous Piscelinis, then you need to check with your doctor or your GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay. And for those of you that are in relationship, you see, it is just a basically certain action. You're going to need to make a certain decision. There is some kind of option going to become available to the couples, but it is just going to be one opportunity at a time, you know, and if you miss this opportunity, it's not going to happen that soon. So any opportunity that you as a couple can have, just go for it, and be very decisive. It's the time to not to be indecisive. It's time to make an important decision whenever it comes. Don't leave it on the side, or we'll do it later, It's important to do it on this week, okay? Very important. And for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, stranger in the night, it's coming back to your sign. You see, you're entering a very special stage. Very beautiful stage. I can see that you will be out and about like there is no tomorrow. You're going to meet quite a few people, and I like it. But there is someone in particular that you're going to meet. The day that you meet that person this week, you're going to feel very content, very successful, and you're going to feel very powerful. But when it comes to your own content and success, and that is going to make you to become the part of the group where this person is going to be. Someone very beautiful you're going to meet. Somebody very beautiful is going to be in your area, okay, in your energy. But this is only going to be the beginning. But you're both going to feel very, very strong, magnetic feelings in between you both. This is going to happen one step at a time, as I said before, but most certainly there is someone very special that is about to enter your life. My gorgeous Piscelinis, go out there, meet as many people as you can. Not only you'll be very magnetic and people are going to be flirting with you like there is no tomorrow, Vavumish Piscelini, behave, but it's also going to be good for you. It's going to be good for your self-esteem. It's going to be good for your confidence. There is something very interesting you're going to learn about yourself along the way as well. Very wise week filled with enlightenment, but most certainly go out there and enjoy yourself, because it's not going to be that long until this beautiful, wonderful person enters your life indeed. Okay, my gorgeous people, I love you all to bits, every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos, my gorgeous, my beautiful, my ever so precious people. I'm sending you lots of healing, brightest blessings, love and light to every single one of you. Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough about a living, make a better place for you and for me. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough about a living, make a better place for you and for me. You and for me. You and for me. You and for me. Make a better place. Love you. Bye.